Thanks. She chimes in just for the beginning. Welcome to Xbox Station Podcast, the best podcast on Wednesday. I guarantee it. And I got a hell of a show. Sorry, we're a little bit late. We were waiting on Dealer. He was like, "Hey, give me 5 minutes," and we're like, "All right," because we were talking about PS4.
Oh shit!
The thing. I know, right? Like Hellhammer was talking about all his favorite PS4 games and how much he loves PS4. Which, if you follow him on Twitter, my God, like you would think that he's like the biggest PlayStation 4 fan right now. And I was just informed by his wife that he always goes, "Time to troll people on Twitter and post PS4 pics."
That PS4 share.
Yes, exactly. So that's exactly what he's been doing, and I just thought that was kind of funny. So
hey, I shared some Forza Horizon 3 stuff the other day.
Yeah, PC. Like,
when your Xbone's down, you don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I may not understand it, but I mean, you know, just you got to be on brand a little bit, bro. You know what I mean? On brand. You got to bleed green like me. Like me, you cut me. What do you see? Red blood? No, green. That's all day, all fucking day, people, all day.
Actually, I thought it was blue. It's crazy.
No, it's green. It's green. Oh. God damn it.
No,
anyway,
I think he bleeds yellow for like Nintendo or something.
Nintendo? That's racist. I'm just.
Oh shit! I came to the wrong show.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. It's jokes, people. Calm down. Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Crap, you gotta get that console war shit out of here. God damn it,
for real.
Get it out of here.
Let me introduce my fine esteemed panel. First off, I'll start with the governor, the host. Well, one of the hosts of Gamers Knows Best, Console Corner, all that kind of good stuff. GKB, what's up, bro?
I'm surprised you went with me first, bro. I thought like you were gonna go to Shewell for sure. She's like,
no, welcome back, man. You missed last week. You were busy, and we missed you.
I only get to go first when you're not here.
Oh, yeah. Dang. She's going to like start hitting me with frying pans and shit.
Wow.
Maybe I want to go first.
How are you doing, man?
Do I really need to be the first one to dislike this show?
Oh, wait, I don't have any dislikes?
There's no dislikes.
Holy
71 likes and
holy shit.
You're too late. I already added the dislike to it.
Nice.
Well, it hasn't registered, so no, you haven't.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome. And we also have your wife. She does the Console Corner Ladies Night and also hosts Console Corner Regular Edition. And a lot. Yes, and streams and does all kinds of cool stuff. What's up, She-Wolf?
Well, other than already throwing out some hate, not a whole lot.
Yeah, now I got 7 dislikes. Thank you.
Hey, Hellhammer apparently started it, so
I know that's. You know what? I thought I was doing good there for a little bit, man. Like people were like, "Crapgamer, he's not so bad. He's not such a bad guy. Come on, right?" But then it turns out
you got to get that dislike train rolling.
No. And also, we've got Trollhammer, the PS4 gamer. What's up?
Not much. Played a lot of PS4. All about that Horizon Zero Dawn.
Dude, it's the best game ever, bro.
Yeah, that game is great. Man,
that
is. That game makes PC Ultra Witcher 3 look like total garbage.
Yeah, man.
I don't believe you. I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. What the hell did the PC version of Witcher 3 ever do to you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, Horizon Zero Dawn came out and it did well, and they didn't lay anybody off like Mass Effect.
Oh, by the way, we will be talking about that Mass Effect stuff since that is like some breaking news today. But yeah, I mean that stuff's not good news at all. Yeah, it's really bad news.
So surprising.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got the one and only Dealer Gaming, not the one that you've seen on M4G, but this is the legit Dealer Gaming. I checked. What's up, Dealer?
Or maybe it is me on M4G.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's good to be back on the podcast. And I'm really curious to see how Mass Effect did, actually. Because a lot of people wrote that game off, much like Mad Max, because a few kind of bigger sites or bigger people really kind of gave it the wrong impression, and the game suffered as a result. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, like definitely. Like that was kind of late breaking, so that's something that we're definitely going to talk about. And then I have a guest tonight, my BGST bro, K-Mega. What's up?
if I hear one more motherfucking thing about PlayStation, I'm listening. Anyway, man, what's up, everybody, man? Glad to be a part of the show. This is my second time here, so man, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming up in the world, man. So
Hey,
Yeah, you
what's
know,
up, everybody in the chat?
Hold on. We got to give him his credit where it's due. He's a host of a podcast too. So where's that recognition there,
Oh.
crap?
yeah, you know, no. You can ask K Mega. When I messaged him this morning, I was like, "Hey, you want to come on? You can. It'll be cool because you'll be able to, you can promote your new channel and stuff because he changed his GRG podcast, went from his channel to its own channel, and I was like, hey, you can promote that a bit. So why don't you go ahead and promote that a bit, K Mega?
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, guys. It was doing fantastic. Like the youngest podcast was blowing up, and then we changed it over to the next podcast, and it's not doing so great. So numbers wise, but it's still doing good because the whole crew and everything is doing awesome. So anyway, please, guys, come in, sub to the GRG podcast. It's got its own channel. We do our thing every Friday night. We will move it back from 8:30 to 9 p.m. because the mighty Crossfire is definitely back. So we're happy for Mooch and Crap and the crew to get started again. We'll definitely be happy about that. But man, yeah, GRG is in full effect, man. And this Friday, it's going to be the women's invasion. They will take over the podcast. So no men, just all ladies. So, you know, it's going to be pretty interesting. Delilah's going to be the one to host. So everybody check that out.
That's awesome. That's good. That's good to hear. It's always cool because I always listen to those on the console corner when they do Ladies Night as well. That's always kind of refreshing and because they're so you know.
K Mega, real quick. Why did you decide to make it its own channel and its own thing?
Well, it was kind of like everybody wanted to do their own thing. I thought it was a good idea because like Fonzarelli, he's our PlayStation guy. He's a really, really cool guy. And he doesn't have a lot of subs. A lot of guys like Livewire and you know, they're trying to build up their channels all day. So I thought if we put everybody's videos and everything together, everybody can see what they're doing, you know, and interact with them. So like if people don't like El Mega, then they could like Delilah, or they could like Lady Infamous. Or,
so it's just like a collaboration.
Yeah, it's a collaboration of everything. So it's that's why we did it, and you know, we've only been doing it for the last 2 weeks, so it's in its infancy. So yeah, you guys go ahead and check it out, man, and go hit sub.
Yeah, definitely do that, man. K Mega and those guys are good people, man. I'm a big fan. I've been on the GRG podcast as well.
I've been on there too, Crap.
Yeah, you have. And
crap.
Yeah, I am crap. I admit, I freely admit, I am. But you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about this EA thing, the with BioWare. Okay, so there were some layoffs at the BioWare that created this new Mass Effect Andromeda, and unfortunately, it's one of those things that happened. BioWare Montreal was downsized, and Mass Effect was put on hold for now, quote unquote. So it looks like that's going to be the thing going forward. And the thing that annoys me is, I like the game. I was having a good time with it. I mean, it had some problems, but a lot of these problems were overblown. The media, the people, even me with the memes, when we at Discord, I always use the one with the facial animations that look weird. Like that never stopped me from enjoying the game. So it's a little bit disappointing that maybe some of the trolls kind of push this game to being received so negatively. To me, it's a really good game. It doesn't deserve a lot of the criticism it gets. I know people like Jamie Moran, which shout out to him. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, dude.
He was born yesterday or tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's his birthday in the UK.
His social security number too, or
no.
We don't know his credit card number or anything either.
No. But he's a big fan of the shows and stuff. So I thought I would say that. And even though it's not his birthday where I'm at, it's his birthday where he's at. So that's the important part. So and he's a little bit pissed off about this too because he's a big Mass Effect fan and he loved the game. And to see it, put on ice, we might not see another one. It's like. Many games.
I don't know if we're not going to see another one, man. It's probably just one of those, like, they're reshuffling people. I think it's, like, stupid and absurd. Like, I want to know the numbers of, like, what it actually sold. I think it still sold pretty well because I don't think any of the reviews or anything out were, like, before or, like, the day before or something like that. So, yeah, I don't foresee this as, like, a like a money thing at all. I think it's terrible. I think the game was really good. And all those people that were like doing videos of like all these like, you know, memes and stuff, put them all together. People were making it like sound like that one person had all these issues, and it was just multiple people that just had different ones that they put together. I don't know. It's just heartbreaking, man.
That's any game too, GKB. Yeah. Like any game, you could really collaborate and just combine all these glitches. And I never even encountered a quarter of those issues, not even close to a quarter. And secondly, the game really didn't do bad in reviews. It was sitting at, I think, a 77 on Xbox One, right? Or maybe a 75.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Like that.
That's not a bad score. That's actually considered good on Metacritic. So there's no reason that you shouldn't have bought the game. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Like, K-Mega, what are your thoughts on this? Did you get a chance to play Mass Effect Andromeda?
Oh, yeah. I bought that day one, man. The online play is actually really fun. It kind of reminds you of a horde mode. I really was surprised how fun that was. And then just actually at the beginning of the game was a little stale. But then after that, once you got start traveling through planets, that's when it really started kicking in, and the game is amazing. Like Dealer said, the problems that people were having with it, I didn't have those same type of issues, and you know, the story is compelling. I have not beat it yet, but so far for what I've played, it's really, really good. So
yeah, Hellheimer, like, what are your thoughts? Because I know you're a big fan as well. What is your thoughts about this? I mean, like, this was supposed to be the start of a new trilogy, actually, and now like that's probably put on hold.
Well, I mean, it's definitely shitty because RPG games, especially, you know, massive ones like that, are you know, pretty hard to come by nowadays. And basically, I mean, the hate on that game was way over proportionate for what it was in it. I mean, I didn't have any glitches that I experienced. I mean, there was a couple there, here or there, you know, but nothing more than I would have experienced, say, playing any other open world game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the fact of playing an open world game or a game that's that big. You're gonna run into some kind of issue. I mean, it happens on The Witcher. I mean, Grand Theft Auto. Basically, when those Rockstar games release, are basically full of glitches and nobody says anything about it. The Bethesda game release, you know, those games release, you know, full of glitches. Nobody says a word about it. But I mean, you know,
and you know, they released a patch like pretty quickly too to resolve a lot of those issues that people were even talking about. So again, I don't know, it's just kind of,
they even went back and touched up the facial animation. Kind of crazy. I got 90 hours in the single player on Xbox One, and once again, I cannot contribute to the complaints about that because I really didn't. Yeah, they were kind of wonky compared to a smaller team like The Witcher, and that all the facial animations are better across the board, and it's a much bigger game. And you're like, okay, maybe they could have tried more, but at the end of the day, it wasn't worth passing the game up. It's still a damn good game.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was getting to, right? Like, at the end of the day, the stuff that I did encounter, the few small things I did encounter, wasn't enough to make the game, you know, worthless to me or be like, yeah, I'm not going to play that anymore. I mean,
so Crap, is this whole layoff thing, is this official or is this like a source that said this?
This was a Kotaku article that you know, says that's the thing that's going on, and it has to do with EA. They had their calls, their like investor calls or whatever, and so it supposedly has to do with something like that. You know what I mean? Like Luca's in there too. I know she's a big Mass Effect fan. You know, that game is fun. There's a few issues, right? Like, I even recorded because they're kind of funny, like where the people are up in the sky moonwalking and they fall, or you know, where I killed I like glitched through a guy and they like evaporated, but their eyeballs were still there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's like weird stuff like that. I admit.
Maybe that was just a new enemy that no one else stumbled on.
Oh yeah, you know, a new.
But I just thought that it was really, you know, it kind of bums me out that we're getting less big AAA games as it is, and now it's like the ones that we do get are very they get shit on a lot for a lot of various reasons. You know, everything gets compared to like The Witcher 3, which is almost impossible to really get compared to because that game was so good. And like Hellheimer even said, there's jokes about some of the glitches and things like on that. Wasn't there something to do with like somebody was showing some fake mocap where how they were swimming in like an inch of water or something? I don't know. It was like I seen some funny stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of oddities on there, especially if you play it, you know, quite extensively. But I mean, that's to be expected on a big game like that. I mean, you can't possibly have people test out every single thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a really big game. I think that's confused a lot of people as well, because the older Mass Effects, they weren't as huge, and you know, it kind of guided you where you wanted to go. This one, you can kind of go anywhere you want to, and I think that threw people off. Plus, you know, the word of mouth, and it's so important now this generation, because people listen to certain YouTubers, and then if somebody says that it's a piece of shit, then nobody wants to go to it. Like, they feel that that person is speaking for them, and that's just the wrong approach to have with this game. It's really good.
Hey, I'll read you guys what this story says real quick. It says that Mass Effect Andromeda hasn't lived up to the prequel trilogy, which can't help but color news of staff movements within BioWare. According to anonymous sources, quote unquote, within the developer, BioWare Montreal, the studio responsible for Andromeda, lost a number of staff to other EA studios in the wake of the RPG releases, and now is significantly smaller than it was. Moreover, the team will allegedly not be moving on to lead another major project. BioWare Montreal will instead act in support of BioWare's other studios in Edmonton and Austin, as well as other EA teams, just as it did before given the chance to lead a project with Mass Effect Andromeda.
It's kind of weird that they just gave them the keys to Mass Effect in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they got 8 teams and this and that, but like, hey, why would you do that in the first place? And secondly, when a big game like this is done, they usually do ramp down the number of people working on it and send those to other projects. So much like
the Star Wars games,
Star Wars and all this stuff. That's kind of normal, but handing Mass Effect off to what was essentially a B team was kind of a risk. And who knows at this point, right? So I don't know.
What it sounds like it's just like a thing from the top down. Like, you know, EA was just like thought that this game was going to blow all the other ones out of the water. It didn't. So they're just kind of like, hey, we're in charge. We're going to throw some of you guys this way and that way, and you better do better.
I think it did in many ways. It was just the combat, the exploration, the nomad, obviously the visuals, the movement, the physics, just customization. Everything about it in many ways did destroy the old ones to me, except for the narrative. The characters grew on me after I did all their missions, 90 hours in the story. I spent a lot of time with them. And when you do those side missions, there are some people that just run through the main story, 11 hours done. You did not actually play Mass Effect, believe it or not. You didn't even touch that game because you got to do the loyalty missions as the side missions to really get the grasp of what that game has to offer.
I agree.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Rand is in the chat, and he brings up a good point. He's like, will this affect the Scorpio patch? Good question.
I don't know, like for me, like
Scorpio patch, that's not been confirmed, so.
Yeah, well, I
would like you played all these games like right now. Like again, like I don't have enough time to go back and play the Scorpio patch anyway. So
yeah. Oh, I hear you. I mean, there are some games that I'm kind of holding off on until Scorpio, that I have bought that I am pretty assured that will be running like native 4K and stuff like that on that. So again, that has a PC version, I think probably a Windows version as well, so it'd probably be really easy to patch. But I mean, it's just a bum news, because I think it's a good game, and again, it's one of those things that got a lot more hate than I think it deserved. Chief, I mean, were you a fan of the game or no?
I wasn't really a fan of the game. Like, it does suck to see a franchise like Mass Effect drop like this, because there is a lot of fans, and it does have a big fan base behind it. So to see it like get this hit does suck, but at the same time, are we really sure that like they're gone completely? Like, it could the project's done, so it's pretty much everyone could be like moving off to start other things. When social media or anybody like writes an article, we don't actually know if that's the full story or if it's only half of the story.
There's so many Star Wars games in development, man. They're taking people over there and getting those games finished.
Plus, I think a lot of this came from Jason Kreiner, right? The guy.
Well, it's just Mass Effect is done, so technically the developer team doesn't need to stay together. So did they, start separating people after the fact, or is it the fact that they did it, during the whole entire production of it? We don't like it. It's one person's article who came out and decided to say, "Oh, this is what happened." So, do you think
this will have DLC, She-Wolf? Do you think they'll still make some DLC for it?
They still could. There's still the base team. They're still there. I'm sure if there was DLC in the production of Mass Effect to begin with, then obviously it was already in idea and it would already be in the works to begin with. So they have other teams to do it. Like, it's not like EA is small, so they can put anybody or move anybody around where they want to.
It's kind of like Arkham Knight. Rocksteady didn't actually make that DLC. It was a different team who made those little side missions and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me say this.
Go ahead, bro.
I was just going to say that I think for like any game that has an issue at launch, I think DLC is the breath of fresh air that can revitalize a game. You know, if you know what I'm saying, it's just like I've said about Quantum Break. If they brought out DLC with Quantum Break, even now, I think that it'll revitalize that game just for the mere fact because so many people hated on it in the beginning. People try it out now, they might go ahead and they'll start liking it again. So I hope that they have DLC for it. That's
a really smart point, K-Mega, because originally a lot of the things that the hate that was surrounding that game was the whole the checkerboarding resolution and stuff like that. So if they were to come out with some kind of DLC or whatever, I think that you're right, that it could like reignite some things. If you look at even Alan Wake, that game didn't get popular until after the fact, and that had a lot to do with when they released it next to Red Dead Redemption, but also they released a standalone thing called Alan Wake American Nightmare, which once that came out, people went back and bought Alan Wake and things like that and were exciting to it.
Look at The Division. Everybody loved the game. It was crap.
That was a hell of a week.
Yes, but this is the thing, though. The DLCs released and people went back to the game.
I never went back to it.
Some of them did.
Oh, I did. Yeah, it's better than ever now. I mean, I went and played back with Bam and his cousin and had a blast. It's a lot better for all the little problems that they've had, beforehand. They seem to rectify those. That's the same thing that I'm saying that Andromeda could fix. Like, and just think about it. If they bring the price will be down, and then they'll show some DLC, and then it comes out by the time the Scorpio comes out, then it's a win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? For all the problems that they've had. That was the one thing that I did about Mass Effect 3. I did not, once they had those problems, I said, I'm going to sit and wait until they bring that patch. And sure enough, after I played it that summer, after they got the patch, and I had a great time with it. But like everybody that played it right in the beginning, they thought it was shit because of the ending.
And K-Mega, you made another good point too. You say DLC can revitalize a game. And that leads me into my next point, was the Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels thing, right? Like this, I mean, just everybody's talking about it. I was playing it. I'm sure everybody could see it that follows me on Xbox Live because I was taking pictures every 2 seconds. And so I kept hearing pop. Everybody was like your screenshot, like this game is so much fun. I was having so much fun with it. It propelled the game back into the top 10 in the UK. Maybe it could do the same in the MPD, but I hear everybody talking about this. Well, except for the major media outlets, they aren't really talking about it. But gamers who are the ones that matter, they're talking about this all the time. Like, I think this is some of the best DLC. I reviewed it today on the channel. I just think that this is like a dream come true. We used to all play Hot Wheels as kids. I don't know if She-Wolf did, but like we all built the tracks and the loop-de-loops, and this is like to the next level. This is like virtual reality Hot Wheels, and it's just so much fun. And it's
even got those turbo things and stuff. Like
like you hit them and then you go flying. Yeah, like it was absolutely amazing. Like whoever thought of that idea, absolutely brilliant idea. Because we were all wondering where are they going to go next, because they already did like the Snow Mountain, the Blizzard Mountain, which was fantastic. And now they do this. They've done Hot Wheel car sets before, but never like the tracks and stuff. And it just like, you would think that it would be stupid, but it's like the most fun you ever have. Like I'm playing this thing and I'm like, this is so amazing.
It's like a new game.
Yeah. What is your guys' thoughts of this if you had a chance to play it?
I thought it was awesome, man. I was just playing it before the show, and just all the tracks and everything and getting in there. Like they show it to you really well. Just like in the beginning of the game, they gave you like this little tutorial thing. I thought it was really cool. Like I said, the turbos, doing the loops and all that stuff, going around this whole island and everything. It's just a blast, man. It's so much fun. Like, and like you were saying, like you were going over loops and you got hit and like knocked off. I haven't experienced that yet, but that sounds like fun and like a good way to piss people off and stuff. So.
I haven't played it, but I was listening to GKB play it, and I love how they introduce it when she's like describing the tracks, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we got this cool new Hot Wheels thing going," like, and they actually like go into like as if the company, like, or well, not the company, but like the people inside the game created this for like it was interesting how they described it in it, like it was like new tracks built and. I don't know. I thought it was really cool how they introduced it into the game.
Yeah, I like the way they do it. Like they kept the kind of realism, and they're like, but we kept the beaches pristine. The one problem that I had was I can't get off the damn tracks to find the car.
What are you talking about, man? You said you were falling off all the time.
Yeah, I fall off, but I can't get to the barn find. I'm like looking around. I'm like, where the hell is this barn find? And I can't do it. It's just like impossible. You know, and hey, we got like 500 watching. Please hit the like button. I appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And just because we do a good show and it, you know, it means a lot. Like we don't ask much for you guys, but maybe subscribe to these individuals and hit that like button because yeah, it would just mean that you kick ass. You get a hearty thumbs up from me when you hit that like button. Yeah. So, K Mega, what do you think, man? Are you having a good time with it?
Man, yeah, I didn't want to go to sleep. I stayed up an extra hour longer than what I needed to, but it was all worth it. I mean, I played I played like about an hour and a half of it, and it was just so funny. It was just like She-Wolf was saying, like the introduction, you know, they're talking, you see them carrying helicopters, carrying the tracks over, and like just get ready to see what's going to happen when you get flying. Man, it's the way Forza is doing things, man. It's amazing, man. All hail the king. I mean, there's nothing touching that. And like me and Xbox 448 was having ideas of what they could do with the next expansion pack after Cocaine Mountain. We were like, damn, like, you know, Cocaine Mountain, man, that White House. You know what I'm saying? So let them go ahead and do their thing and like do something with the street races, like have like a cops and robbers type of thing. And like they completely did this and they shocked me, and it works and it's fun. And one thing that I was doing was racing on the track and like moving the camera down, because like when you're going at an angle, you can look down at the water and look at all the cars underneath. It is like the most ridiculous thing ever, man. So kudos to Playground Games.
Yeah, and if you hadn't had a chance to play it, go ahead and play it. What were you gonna say, Hellhammer?
Oh yeah, the expansion's great. I mean, my only main complaint that I have with the expansion is the lack of actual like cars that came with it, because there's only like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of them, but yeah, I mean, I
not
get
very fast either.
Yeah, but
they gave you like this whole new world, so it's kind of
yeah. So it's like for me, like I was using the Hot Wheels cars and I was losing the races, so I was like, "That's so good, man. I gotta switch into some car that can actually book because my cars were going that." Go ahead.
I've just been using that twin mill because that's always been my favorite, anyways. So
yeah, I mean, like I couldn't do anything. I'm like, man, why is this thing just chugging the fuck along, man? I can't do anything. I can't win. I'm falling off the track. I was like, why are they doing this to me? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Man. Yeah, like Dealer, what's your thoughts, man? Have you given it a chance to play it yet?
Yeah, I did quite a bit of testing on Xbox One, and I booted it up on PC. And well, I mean, I kind of wanted to see how it ran on X1 compared to PC, and they both run really well. And really, this is a really good example of DLC revitalizing a game. There were hundreds of thousands of people on the fence about Horizon 3, as good as it is, right?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not a big fan of car games or this or that. And this came out, and this sold copies of Horizon 3, undoubtedly. So it's really well done. They found a way to incorporate apexes into these tracks, right? And do it in a Forza fashion. So if you're really good at hitting apexes, trail braking, all the things that you do in Forza Motorsport, you're going to be naturally fast in these tracks. And they're really insane. Like K Mega did, I caught myself kind of looking out my side glass at the fucking the water underneath me and the city and all the track underneath me and all these cars everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So it's really cool. There's no other experience like it. They found a way to incorporate this type of racing with Forza physics. They still maintained all of that. The tracks are not just extra grippy because they're Hot Wheel tracks. The cars actually still use kind of real world simulated physics, and you go around this track like you would expect to if it were real, which is really crazy.
Yep.
And somebody mentioned those kind of boosting machines. You can even stop and look at those things, right? How real those things look, like the tracks that are accelerating these cars. You can look to the left and right and see these like several thousand horsepower engines with backfire flying out of them, powering these big tracks that boost cars up the track. You know, like it's really cool, and it's a super realistic take on something as insane as Hot Wheels. I think it's pretty fucking awesome.
Well, it put Forza Horizon 3 back on the charts. Like it's moving up into like the top 10 now.
Yeah, that Jamie Moran, he tweeted that out like it's number 10 again. So right below Horizon Zero Yawn.
I will point out though, Crap, that you can upgrade all those Hot Wheel cars to the top of their classes to compete
That's
better.
what Hellhammer said.
Yeah, you're like at a B, like 507. You're like, I can't win. Like,
Yeah, I was like that in the beginning. I was just like that too. I was like, man, I'm trying to use this little Hot Wheel. I'm like, fuck this. Let me get the Jag. Let's get down on the road and do some work.
Well, here's the thing with me, right? Like, Hellhammer, how many potions did I craft in Witcher 3?
Oh, like fucking 3 the whole game.
Yeah, it was
Oh, wow. Come on,
I
y'all,
didn't know how.
Health
I'm like,
potion.
it's a health potion. He's like, it's called something. I'm like, what the hell are you supposed to know that?
You're supposed to look around and become an alchemist so you can like make bombs and all types of things like that.
if you look at the spell thing, it tells you what it does to the right.
Yeah.
Like I even asked. Like,
So what you're telling us,
so far?
Crap, what you're telling us is that you haven't figured out how to upgrade cars in that game.
No. Like when it's hold on.
Look at the plainest looking cars with the stock settings.
This is what happens.
He's
It'll go.
telling
You
you
need
that
to
he doesn't actually read anything, and he
Oh.
just
Yeah,
like-
assumes everything's
Hold on.
going to be given
I
to
feel
him.
like the GameSpot thing with the settings thing is coming.
Well, listen. Like when it's like your car's not good enough for this. You got to upgrade. Automatically upgrade. Click yes, and then I click yes, and then it automatically does all the shit for me, and then I'm ready to go. And then I go, and that's basically what happens. Yeah. So, but when it comes to like certain games, like I don't know, like I like to. I don't want to read like a fucking novel on how to play a game, man. I just want to hop in there and play the damn game. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like I
now
can't
we
be
know
the only
somebody's using the auto upgrade feature.
Yeah, high fives all around. Like I'm the no. I'm like I'm looking around. No high fives. Come
No,
on,
if
Nah.
I played it more, I would probably be that way. Because
Yeah,
I
thank
just
you.
wouldn't-
Thank
I
you.
probably would not go into all details. I would
Somebody
probably.
has
That's why I say that's why they put it in there. But for those that know and want to learn, if you're having trouble
Yeah.
with the handling of the car, just simply do weight reduction, add some tire compound and width. Like you're in control of what you want. If your car's handling fine, add some horsepower. So
Yeah.
that's a little bit for more advanced users, I guess. So.
Also, if you want to get into messing with the stock and everything, you could go and look at one of the people that you are friends with and go see what they have on their car and this get it that way.
I love
You
that
don't
people
wanna
like
touch
to make fun of me now. They're just like, man,
Yeah,
you suck.
man.
Hey, man, you know what it is? What it is. But hey, I do want to talk about a little bit of something that I heard, which I didn't actually write down in the thing, but it is something about Xbox Scorpio, and it's something that I want to discuss because I've heard about this, and people always ask me, they're like, when do you think this is going to come? Is it ever going to come? I had heard that they are testing YouTube streaming from Xbox. So by the time Scorpio comes around, I heard that's going to be a thing, like almost 100% guaranteed.
Should have been
so I know
a year or two ago.
I know. Hey, look, I'm not saying that.
Is that going to be? I know Scorpio will have new specific OS features, right? And YouTube streaming will be one of them. Do you think that'll come to Xbox One?
I think it'll be on Xbox One as well. Obviously, I don't think it'll be. It won't be as high fidelity, but yeah, I do. I think that it's one of those things that people have been asking for, and that I'd heard from a specific developer who told me that that's something that they're testing right now.
That's good.
Yeah. Like, I mean, what is your guys' thoughts on that? Is that something like for me that would be cool? Like when you'd stream game night, or I mean, like GKB and Chivo, you guys can already do that, but for the average schmuck, you know what I mean? Like,
for people that don't want to pay for like the capture cards and do all that kind of stuff, man, that's awesome for them. Like more options so they can stream.
Well,
do stuff,
it's also for the people who don't want to go to like Twitch or go to Beam. The people who actually just have their YouTube channels that they want to actually build, but they have to like take their videos from Beam or Twitch. They have to download them and then they have to upload them and all that. This saves them all of that problem. They can just do everything through YouTube, and I'm sure there's a bigger variety of people who would probably use that over Twitch or Beam.
Yeah, because you can just have it to your counter or whatever. Like I know you guys do.
But could that cause
multi-stream.
problems though with the fact that they signed with Beam? That's my only thing. Like, won't this kind of
Well, look,
I don't think so.
you can already upload. You can stream on Twitch. They allow that. I think it's all about the options, and I think, and I'm not the only one, that Beam is a lot more. They bought that for a lot more reasons than just to stream stuff. I think that it's a cool option. Yeah, like the tech is really good. Like when you see it, like my buddy Grave has started streaming on there, and it's really low latency because when you see the people type stuff, so that's cool. You can answer them, respond right away, and I think that that's cool. But I don't see a problem since they already allow you to sign into your account and upload videos directly to YouTube through there. So I don't see what the big deal would be to like.
It's definitely
stream.
not a competition thing. They've been way too pro-consumer, and they're not holding you back from doing anything on anyone's service. You know, so just because they offer movies and TV on their own store doesn't mean they're not going to let you use someone else's Amazon or whatever. You know. So.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but I agree with Dealer. It should have been like 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not disagreeing. It is one of those things that Microsoft probably should have tried to get done ASAP. Yeah. But I guess better late than never. I don't know. Just, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and go, "Oh man, it's so great!" Like because you can do that on a PS4 for a while. Yeah. I just think it's one of those things that would be cool. Like K Mega, what are your thoughts, man? Would you be interested in something like that?
Yeah, I would because I mean I finally used the PlayStation Share and I seen how cool that was. And that is the best feature to me on the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah,
is that feature. So okay, see, come on, Hellhammer, don't start it. Don't start it. So, you know what? Just for that, because you've been on that PlayStation kick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You about to get it, bro.
He's gonna get sent to Hades.
Yeah, no. Anyway, anyway, but no. But no, for real, it's one of these things where it just more options. And if people want to stay on YouTube, that's fine. If people want to use Twitch, that's fine. People want to use Beam, that's fine. I mean, I think it's the better alternative than using the Xbox DVD or the DVX, whatever the hell that thing is, because it just takes too much time. So DVR. I'm all for it. Yeah, DVR,
not only that, but they haven't even freaking updated the Upload Studio in forever, which I did hear like that's a thing that's going to happen as well.
Hopefully,
like that's getting overhauled.
I just pretend like the Horizon 2 slides came from Horizon 3.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, look at my Horizon 2 slides. Hey, look at this Sunset Overdrive thing. Great. Like, hey, way to rub that in, guys. You know what I mean? Like they completely just ignore that thing now. Like I remember how great that update was. I was like, they're doing green screen effects, and I seen people doing cool stuff with that. And
can't wait to see what comes next in 2 years.
Yeah, like again, they're not perfect, far from perfect. And I actually kind of call them out when bad stuff happens, even with like the update fiascos and things like that have been going on lately.
I haven't seen any of that, man. I haven't had any issues, dude.
Yep. Well, Well, yeah, the party chat thing has been acting up, but the thing that I experienced personally was the thing where it tries to force you to do an update or go offline, and there is no update. So imagine you're kind of screwed, right? It's like there I am watching some WWE Network. Yeah, I'm that guy. And then it's like, you need to get this update or you can't stay online. And so you're like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, get update. Nothing. Reset it. Boom, go into settings, go up to the update thing. No update available. Okay. Oh, I'm like, all right, well, I'm back online. Then I'm go back to doing what I was doing. And then it pops up again. And like, you literally are locked out of your Xbox. And this has happened to me 5 times.
Is it your gerbil internet though?
No, it's not the internet. This was actually a big problem with like, it actually made the major sites and stuff. Like it was actually forcing a fake update that wasn't available. Yeah, and so I did a video on it, and I know a lot of people are like, you never say anything bad about Microsoft. I'm like, no, this locked me out of my Xbox like 5 times.
Is this one of those things, though, that like it happened to like 5 people, and like one of the media guys it happened to, and it's like, oh my God, everybody's getting this kind of thing, and it really didn't happen to that many?
It happened to me, and it happened to some people that I know. I don't know how widespread it is, but they did fix that. And then the other thing that happened, which I saw happen on Twitter with people that we know, but not me personally, which is where the latest alpha ring was causing people to factory reset and deleting their profiles. Like, and I know, yeah, like that's like, ooh, like, hey, I'm trying to get, I'm like, want out of that alpha thing. I thought I left it, but I'm still in it.
Everyone keeps telling us that like they're leaving the alpha program and they're worried about their Xbox. Me and GKB have all 4 consoles on all the alpha programs, like the highest alpha. And we've never had any issues like that at all on any of them.
Yeah, until that one day happens and all 4 consoles just go down.
Yeah, that would suck.
Next thing you know,
I've had issues because I'm still through the alpha the alpha program, and every once in a while I have. It's nowhere to the extent of what Crap went through, but you know, sometimes it gets a little.
No, I just had like minor chat ones where like the chat doesn't want to let me stay in my own chat room, and
yeah. Next thing you know, you're living life like me and stuck on PlayStation for a week and a half.
Yeah, hey, you know what? But at least we get to see some interesting troll tweets. Hey, what's up, the Butcher, Def Jam Bam? Like, I was wondering why like people were calling him the Butcher, right? So I played Gears 4 with the dude. He goes around with the chainsaw. Like, yeah, like
hey, isn't that your old tactic? You used to just wait around the corner.
Tactic, but like, holy crap! Like sometimes you're like, you got him square with the shotgun. You're like, boom, but no, because he's fucking. Yeah, you know, it's like you're about to hit him, but no, because he's fucking chainsawing you, the Butcher. Def Jam. Which, by the way, man, that was a good time. And oh, hey, K Mega Foxy says, did you like her Nasher?
And that's like what I say about Bam. That's what I say to Bam's ass. Anyway, yeah, and Lady Foxfire. You know what? Again, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it ain't work. It only works one time for me. What's going on? You got to Anyway, I said to the Hades, the regular voice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, Lady Foxfire is a damn beast. And game down sites, like, how are you gonna kill me and say, hey man, I love your channel, and then he's like gutting me, man. Like he's pounding out of me. I'm like, you know what?
That shit happens to me all the time, bro.
Yeah, like so I'm getting a little bit better, man. I had my most kills ever, which was like 22, 25 kills, and I was talking mad shit that time. But you know, I'm getting a lot better. You know, but see, you know, Mooch and all them dudes, they've been playing that shit forever. I'm gonna come up into the game. I'm gonna come up in the game, but
no, hey man, at least you're playing. And same thing with Next Gen, man. It's fun to see him actually hop on there and play because it's such a good game. Yeah, you know, it's good to see. Like,
it's actually really good. It's not for the faint of heart. You know, if you can't take your ass getting kicked for a little while, then you know it's not the game for you. But it's definitely. It's really, really fun. And once you start, just keep playing. But I gotta stop playing private matches because I'm still stuck at 17.
That was always Hellhammer's thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like whenever there's game night, he's like, man, he's like, I really want to play game night, but I can't level up because we play private matches.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, like that is a bit unfortunate, but yeah, like that game is fun. I love it. Like there's always a lot of people on there when I want to play it. It was cool to play. I played it till like 1 o'clock last night, and then I had to get up at 5 a.m. to work. And I was just like, holy shit.
I'd have liked to have played some Gears, but I mean, I guess I could have
played the
PC version.
Yeah, I mean, that's always fun. I mean, to get your ass kicked by someone on a PC because they're playing at a higher resolution and frame rate. But yeah, I digress. So anyway, what do you guys think about, let's see, this new wireless headset that was announced for the Xbox Scorpio? Yeah, I think this thing looks amazing. It's the first dongle-free headset on the Xbox One / Xbox Scorpio. Apparently, it syncs up the same way your controller does, which is, like, to me, that sounds amazing. Like, what's your guys' thoughts on this? It's almost like an Elite kind of headset.
That's what I keep thinking, too, is, like, they're coming out with that new tech and stuff that you can, like, sync it just like the controller. And, you know, I said this in the console corner. I think maybe an Elite headset might be coming this year. And
I called it last year.
No, you did. I'm just saying, like this year.
She-Wolf was right, shirt. I feel it coming on.
Yeah.
It was. I was like, oh, there's going to be an Elite headset. I don't know when, but there will be. I just wish it wasn't wireless. I kind of wanted to, like, I like the wired because there's a lot of times when you can't really, like, rely on a wireless. And yeah, that bothers me a bit. So I hope you at least have the option to have wired or wireless like a controller does.
Well, if there's no dingle dongle for this one, that means that they're using Wi-Fi Direct. And that is way better than
doesn't have to be. You can use Astros with just a single, like you don't have to have a dongle to be able to use a headset in an Xbox controller.
I like that word.
Dongle.
I do. I can't help it. Like, yeah. Like,
I'm just saying, Wi-Fi Direct is quite a bit better and has much more bandwidth and range than the Bluetooth.
But I'm also looking at the fact that, like I'm obviously, I would assume they would have this issue figured out. But like, for instance, Astro A50s, when you have wireless, you can't actually go through OBS with your headset and the speakers to allow the chat to be heard. You have to go through a whole another method because it doesn't allow the speakers to be played through the headset. So it's like I'm just hoping that they at least have something it's I guess that's minor to some people though, because it's just for, you know, if you're streaming and you want the party chat to be actually live through, you know, your OBS and stuff. But you know, that's one thing I kind of worry about being a streamer.
Yeah, like K-Meg, are you interested in these kind of headsets?
Yeah. Having wired headsets is really annoying, especially when I'm trying to go way to one side of the room, and then you know, it just get annoying. I'd rather just have the more wireless, the better. That's how I look at it. So yeah. I'm down for it.
These might be the ones that I go for because, you know, Scorpio, obviously you just want to go with that high-end stuff. I think, I don't know, like Scorpio just screams high-end.
You mean you're not going to try to track down an old Mad Catz headset with an adapter for it?
Oh, no, I'm not going to.
They're rare now, man. Come on.
Yeah, like Mad Catz stuff, that stuff is great, man. No, I'm gonna step my game up. Like I use Turtle Beaches now on the Xbox One, which is, as Hellhammer will attest, is an upgrade because usually I just use the base ones that come with it.
Or even cheaper than that.
Yeah, or even cheaper ones. Like, yeah, there's a few stories out there where I was like, well, these ones are $4 less, so let me buy these. Hey
man, is Hellhammer still using these PlayStation headset that comes with the PlayStation?
The fucking Junior Mint one?
The earbud?
Yeah. That thing's horrible.
God.
No, but Hellhammer has
Turtle
Beaches.
Terrible. I'm like, man, what? You know what? When it came out, I forgot about it. I actually forgot about it when I got mine, and I pulled it. I said, what the hell is this? I said, they trolled me? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the hell? This thing is piss poor, terrible. You know what I'm saying? That tells you right there. When you bought a PlayStation 4, it is supposed to be the best, and they give you an earbud that they told you you're fucked.
Hey, I've got two of those things, man, because I got the original PS4 box and the Pro. Both of them came with that stupid Junior, man. I just left them fucking things right in the box, man. I'm like, I'm not even messing with those things, man. They can fucking keep those things.
You can wire them together and make an actual pair of earbuds.
Yeah, for real. Like, you only get one. Like, why you can't even get two? I mean, like, and then like I don't know whose ear hole that they think these motherfuckers are huge. Like, I can't even really stick it in my ear. Like,
really? Okay. See, now this seems really weird because I actually really like the PlayStation 4 earbud thing that they had. I used to use it. I used to use it all the time because when you have kids, like having two headsets, not two headsets, when you have both earpieces on, I can't hear the kids, so I always have to have one to the side so that I can hear everything going on around the house. So when I was able to have one in when I was playing my games, I liked it much better. So I actually like the PlayStation 4.
So moms with kids, okay, got it. That's the big market for the earbud Junior Mint.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big market, She-Wolf. I'm sure that they're really selling. Like, nobody wants those things. Like you can just pop it off your ear, though, right?
Insult me at the same time as
60 million PS4 fans would tell you otherwise.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that, man. 60 million, my ass. Come on. No 60 million people with no PS4s right now. Everybody I know has at least gotten rid of a PS4 at a particular point in time. Right? Hellhammer, GKB, you and She-Wolf got rid of them. Next Gen. You damn mother, you prove it. You guys have done it. Yeah, well, they've said that they have, and Vitas and Next Gen has Tim Dog.
I don't remember any of that.
Everybody's got you.
Exactly. See, Hellhammer's backing me. You know.
No, Hellhammer's
none of us have.
I'm about to give my Pro away, depending on what I hear from E3. So.
Oh, see, exactly. You're gonna give it away. You're gonna do a raffle. You're gonna be like, hey, here's.
No, I'm just gonna give it to someone I know that, depending on when Spider-Man and all that comes out. So.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we'll
I can see that maybe next year. I mean, this E3 is going to be critical. I think more critical for Xbox, but yeah, like I'm interested too. Like Spider-Man would be one that I'd pick up on my PS4. Same thing with God of War. You know, those games look good. Because I'm not a console war guy. I'm more of a gamer. You know, like console wars. Those aren't my things, guys. Come on, console wars. I mean, okay, so Phil Spencer came out and made some comments about that.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, he comes out and you know what? I think that I might have. You made a good point, GKB. I might have a different of opinion as to what console warring is. Like to me, I think of like there's extremists that are like, kill yourself, do this, you suck, fat ass, put pictures of your head on.
You're crap gamer.
Porn. Yeah, like those to me are like extremist console war guys, and then there's console war guys like. that are just real passionate about their stuff and just kind of like, oh, Xbox rocks and PlayStation sucks. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, to me, that is on the lines of, sports or cars, even, just like people want to prop their thing up,
man. Like, console war stuff is more like, it's not like, oh man, my Xbox is awesome, your PS4 sucks. Like, console war is more like, my Xbox is fucking badass and you just suck, go fucking kill yourself and all that kind of stuff. That's the difference between like, console war nonsense and
yeah. And to be fair, I'm totally against that kind of stuff. I think that that's stupid, but I do think that console war, like dealer, like I think me and you were talking about this before, like the whole passionate side, like I don't take it as serious as most people think. Like, how can I put this?
When's the last time you really heard anyone on the podcast just say fuck PlayStation and fuck everyone who likes it, Xbox just better, just because? Like, we have our opinions as to why we prefer it, but we understand why people like other things, right? Same for PC. Every platform has
the
benefits.
problem is people take jokes that everybody says, like,
well, that's their own problem.
No, I know, and I understand that, but that's where a lot of the issues where, a lot of us or whatever get hate, saying that, like, we're causing problems in the console wars and all this shit because of the fact that we make the jokes. Like, just to turn around and be like, oh my God, your PlayStation is retarded. Me just saying that, watch, now I'm probably going to get a whole bunch of hate.
You tell the person that's complaining to you about any jokes we're making and tell them to quit watching and tell them that they're taking the shit too seriously, because it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's all for fun. If you're not here because you enjoy the conversation and the jokes and just fuck around, then that's kind of a problem,
But that's how people are. That's how the internet is.
Well, yeah, no. Like, I don't have an issue with, like, people just coming out and being like whatever. What I have an issue with is when it becomes like, you're fucking calling people names, you're fucking being just a dirtbag and a piece of shit. That's where I have a problem with it. Yeah, and I think that's where Phil Spencer's coming from too. Is like when you get to the point where it's not about the games anymore and it's really just like putting another feather in your hat and just being a douchebag. That's where there's a problem.
Yeah, and can you blame Phil? Mike Ybarra just got attacked because of a fucking Scorpio picture he switched his shit to, right? Like, that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit these people are dealing with, and that's what
Well,
I don't recall Xbox guys doing that to Yoshida or anyone for changing shit to a PS4 picture. That's just, it seems like very one-sided to me.
I'm not even friends like or follow Yoshida or Andrew House. I don't give a damn what they have to say.
Yeah, it's like, why do these guys follow Phil?
They won't interact with their fan base like Phil Spencer or Aaron Greenberg or Mike Ibarra or whatever, like they do. Like, it's absolutely sickening. So they can go ahead and they can jump on and show pictures of Phil and everything while they're chatting amongst, underlings. And and that's the thing to me, like, that would give you a cold heart. Like why am I being lied on, or why am I being hated so much because I'm over here promoting my product, and I'm also helping promoting other products as well. Even the Xbox fans was getting pissed off because we were talking about Nintendo and Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, that's the thing that you do not get with the competition. And with people getting out of sorts and want to try to call me crap, anybody on this panel liars, and that we're toxic, and we say now one of us go out and make shitty videos talking about other YouTubers. Nope. That's not what we do. We have an opinion, we talk about our preferences, and then we move on. Everybody else,
well, that's how Mega, those fucking idiots, they just don't they don't watch the content, and they just make assumptions. So when someone attacks me, I'm like, all right, well, link me to where I said that. Don't hear back from them.
Yeah,
well,
like,
they're just half the time they don't like hearing someone else's opinion that's different from theirs either, which causes a big issue. Like Aaron Greenberg, he was doing something for what was it? It was like a fundraiser for something, and he got attacked, being told that he was a douchebag and stuff because he was giving away the pins for that were Scorpio. Yeah. Like, really, guys, do you even know what the Scorpio pin is for? I've seen a lot of that posted that, people say like, oh, you know, this was stupid. What is even the point of it? The point was just because we were excited. And, you know, the Scorpio's not
You're
even
not
the real
allowed
name.
to be excited, She-Wolf.
No, apparently not.
Here's the
but
thing, like with the Mike Ybarra thing, right? Like I equate what he did as like somebody putting on like their favorite jersey and stuff. Like you shouldn't fucking attack people for doing that kind of stuff. And if you are and you're that fucking person, you really need to go see somebody and have some fucking, you know, get
that or just do something useful with your life and go.
Fucking
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Don't do that.
Oh, shit.
I'm kidding.
Well, another thing that's
even
that's a problem.
furthermore, he works for the company he's wearing the jersey of. So it's like, holy shit, you know?
And that's what we expect. And it's just like I don't block anybody. I like to see what these crazy morons do. Like they posted every last one of our names for BGST, and they put in a comment. They took some of the words that we said, and then they completely twisted it up. And I actually posted it on Twitter. And like there was people going here, they're so full of shit, they're terrible, they're a bunch of morons. And I'm like, did you even listen to BGST to where I actually said that Sony doesn't make good hardware? I've never said that. But that's the thing. Like my boy Fonzarelli, he, you know, like I said, he's a diehard PlayStation guy. He talks about this like, I don't know how you deal with K Mega. You know, he's a fucking jerk. He's an asshole. He's a fraud. And he's like, have you ever talked to the guy? I don't want to. Have you listened to his channel? No, I don't need to. I just listen to blah, blah, blah. And they tell me, I'm like, see, that right there.
You know, when the horse face motherfucker takes a 2-year-old video you did and take it out of context, you know,
exactly.
people think things about you that just, for one, are completely out of context. And secondly, they get the information from a guy who's been exposed more than everybody in the community combined. So, you know, it's not really worth thinking about.
Well, hold on, let me just say this. I commend Phil Spencer wholeheartedly for just saying that, look, I'm a gamer, fuck the plastic. That's why I don't even like really talking about numbers that much, because at the end of the day, you could talk about Quantum Break or any other game that Xbox has. I like that game. It's one of my favorite games this gen. So, you know, you can go ahead and you can like Persona 5 and brag about 1.5 million with a base of 150 million. That's shit. That's piss water to me. But that's okay. You can brag about that. I'd rather brag about what's in the game and how good it plays.
Hey, I'm not arguing with that fact. In fact, I'm agreeing 100% with you. I think that it's kind of weird that, like you were saying, GKB. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
People are super sensitive nowadays, right? It's like, why can't they be excited about Scorpio? Like at the beginning of the year,
because
the first
drama
thing
sells. You do know probably majority of the people who actually talk shit don't actually care and either probably own both consoles, but just it's the internet. People can say what they want, do what they want, and there's really no repercussions unless you're really to the point where you're breaking laws. But most of the time nobody reports anything on Twitter like that because nobody seems to care, which then leads to people saying what they want and thinking they're cool, or just because they're bored. And drama is what drama does. It makes things entertaining to certain people.
Isn't that what Forrest Gump said? Or maybe that was something else. I don't know. But, you know, drama is.
But the media doesn't help this problem either, though.
No, they're horrible. That's the main factor, because they're using every narrative that the PlayStation diehard fanatic has used, and they've implemented that into their news stories. And that to me is more sickening than anything, because we should be getting more away and getting back to the days of when Adam Sessler and them was doing reviews and things like that, instead of talking about other crazy shit that really doesn't matter. Like, I mean, the Xbox One looks like a toaster oven. Ha ha ha! Who wants to buy that? Are you kidding me? Like, as long as the damn thing doesn't show the red ring of death, or it doesn't get hot, or it doesn't blow up like the fucking iPhone, like the what is that? The Samsung 7?
Samsung.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, let it. Does it function? I'm not an interior decorator. I just want my console to work. Yeah. That's the main factors. It's crazy. So I totally agree with you.
Yeah, you know, and just to be fair, like I think that that it should be totally cool. Like, here's the thing: I was yesterday super excited about the Hot Wheels stuff. Right, I'm posting screenshots on Twitter, and a lot of people equate that as fanboy stuff. You know what I mean? And that's the part where I would say that's bullshit. Yeah, like, you know, I'm posting that stuff, but then you got people that are following me on Twitter who get triggered by this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't follow Andrew House. Like you were saying, I don't follow Andrew House. I don't even follow Yoshida. anymore. So
what were they saying to you because you were posting a fucking picture?
yeah, they were like, yeah, I could play that in 4K. Why get Scorpio?
Like, well, then we'll go do it, fuckface.
Yeah, like I'm like fine, but then my retort is, you know what? I can play it in HDR, which that's not possible on the PC version. So fuck you.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
like what I was saying about the media, though, like, for instance, Casual just pointed this out. GameSpot turns around and says Xbox Scorpio awareness is relatively low among U.S. gamers.
yeah.
Like, it's news like that fuels these people who enjoy the drama, that enjoy hating people. It's ridiculous, and they don't help the matter, especially among, Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg and even Michael Barr, who literally are gamers and they are just supporting games. Like, Phil Spencer got hate because he said
Scorpio, huh?
Well, Phil Spencer got hate because he said something good about Little Nightmares. That's literally not even.
Well, that's where the whole thing came from. Is like, people are like, dragging on him about this game and this, that, and the other, and he's like, well, knock it off. The console wars is really just fucking fake nonsense and childish bullshit. What really matters is the games. That's what's more important.
Well,
and that's what he's trying to tell these people.
Yeah, if you look at the dude who was coming at him about that Little Nightmares thing, he was like, I blocked that dude because he came after me too at one point. And he's got like Horizon Zero something in his account or whatever, so he's like a big PlayStation dude. But he was like he was insinuating that the game had a higher Metacritic on Xbox, and that maybe Phil was promoting it because of that or whatever, or had some kind of deal in place or whatever. And Phil's just like, no. I mean, look, if you know Phil, like, to the point of it even bothers some Xbox fans, they have no problem saying something's good on a different platform, which is fine. Like, we were talking before we even went live. Until Dawn is probably my favorite PS4 game. Hellhammer likes that game. K Mega likes that game. I think GQB, you're a fan of that game, right?
I haven't played that one yet, but I love Horizon Zero Dawn, though.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Great. PlayStation. It's PlayStation Nation's best game, in my opinion. I love it.
Until Dawn is awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
I agree.
And everybody brags about Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a beautiful game. It's cool, but I would prefer Neo over that game. You know what I'm saying? It's got more stylish bosses. The camera sucks, but I prefer that game a hell of a lot more. But when it comes to to Dawn, oh yeah, that's the real shit right there. Yes, give me that game any time. Xbox, go get that. Go snatch that, man.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Little Nightmares was on Xbox, so even if Phil is giving credit to the developers, it's still on his platform too. And I don't see why just coming out and saying that a game itself, no matter what platform it's on, is such a problem. When you're giving the developers themselves credit, you're not giving a company credit.
It's important not to read too much into what Horizon Zero Brains was mad about, right? The guy that was bitching at Twitter at Phil, he's a fanboy. Everyone knows him as a fanboy, and nothing he says really makes sense or matters, and that's the most important thing to remember. So, Phil, keep doing what you're doing. The game apparently had a few more bugs on PlayStation or some shit. I don't know why it's rated that much higher on Xbox, but it is. And it is a good game. It's really a good game. So I'm in the middle of it right now. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Phil's a fan of good games, and like he likes those type of indie games and those smaller games and things like that, which is fine. I mean, that one may be one that I pick up here eventually. But just the insinuation. It was good to see Phil kind of smack down somebody that wasn't an Xbox fan for a change. You know what I mean? I was like, good one, Phil.
Combo breaker.
Yeah. You gave him the 1-2 buckle my shoe, and it wasn't me for a change. Good job. I'm happy about that. Because, I do a video about this shit, and I don't even check the comments, but I can already tell you. When I'm like, Phil Spencer smacks down a fanboy, people in I can imagine the comment section is like that time he did it to you? Remember that crap? Remember that time that Phil did that to you? And that's I'm like, funny. I get it, guys. Like, I was there. I remember. Good time.
You'd be surprised if they could even remember. They seemingly forgot the whole last generation.
Yeah. And another thing I was going to say was that, that Little Nightmares is made by Namco Bandai, right?
No, it's made by that. Who the hell makes Little Nightmares? Yeah, it is. Well, it's published by them.
Okay, but that's what I was going to say. That should be commended because they're stepping out of their box with because that's the maker of the mighty Tekken and Naruto and all the other games.
You love Tekken.
I love my Tekken, man. So anyway, but I'm just saying that, you know, and then they got another game coming out called Get Even. So they're stepping out of their box. And instead of all gamers praising that they're doing something different or they're adding a little bit more flavor to their brand, you know, we want to talk about numbers, or we want to talk about Metacritic scores. Look, if you want like what 200 to 300 people to tell you what's good and what's not, by all means, you can come out here to Oklahoma. I got some property that I can sell you. It's right out here. It's called Slaughtersville. A lot of clan members. Don't worry about them. It'll be all good. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just don't get this stupid shit, man. It really does not. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you let so many people dictate how you feel about a game? It just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, it's Tarsier Studios who did Little Nightmares, but it was published by Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco.
Everybody gets Tekken 7. Everybody gets Tekken 7. Don't. Everybody better get it. You know what I'm saying? All 500.
Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play Def Jam Bam? I told Def Jam Bam that you and Next Gen were trying to get him disqualified from the Mortal Kombat tournament, and he was like,
he can't. He look
put that work in.
Look, Supersonic is whack for that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You cannot bring people in late when you're already, I'm getting prepared for Next Gen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning on trying to get through this, go ahead, take care of him, dispatch him, and get on to the semifinals. Now you add like 2-3 more people. People come and say, I want in. That's not how you do it, Turner. Let them wait. They should have brought their punk asses in later. So Def Jam Bam, you should have you should be disqualified for even being in there. If you come in there and like you've been practicing having everything, it's wrong.
I love it, man. But no, he's good at fucking games, man. I'm gonna watch we get to the nitty-gritty. I'm gonna watch you versus Next Gen because I think that's gonna be a pretty damn good showdown in my opinion. But yeah, so anyway, passionate console fans, fine. Don't be a douchebag, because that's the point where like it draws a line. It's like you can like your thing. Like, look, I'm a Ravens fan. For that week that we're playing Pittsburgh, I'm probably not going to like you very much. But then afterwards, we're going to be friends again. It's fine. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm not going to cross that line and get personal or be a dick to you. I'm just, when my team wins, I'm just going to be like, yeah, how the fuck you like that, bitch? Woo, yeah. Like, you're going to get some of those. You know, but at the end of the day, we're going to go back to being cool after the game's over or whatever. My team loses. I'm going to be salty for a little bit, but I'll get over it. You know, be like that. Don't be the people that are like threatening people.
Oh, you mean be an adult?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, like here's the thing, right? And there's a lot. Like K-Mega, you touched on it a bit. I'll touch on it a little bit here. There's the perception of what people are like. You would think that I was like one of the worst people in the world. According to some people, that's just not so. I mean, like GKB, She-Wolf, I've known you guys for about a year now. Would you guys think that a lot of the stuff that's said about me is like not true? It's just like a lot of it is just
not true, dude. Like you're one of those guys.
Everything
like
is
to me,
true.
Man, like,
stop lying. Oh, lie. God damn it. You are such a liar.
No, but like Crap's like a super good dude. Like if he found you on the side of the road, like and you fucking need water, he would be one of those dudes that would stop and help you out and like take you to the gas station or something or a fucking hospital. You know, he's one of those kind of dudes.
Yeah, you know, and like it's funny because I remember when I first was talking to K-Mega and I was like, hey man, you want to BGST? You know what I mean? I didn't know what this guy was. You know what I mean? Like,
say that, I better not see you on the fucking news like fucking murdering people.
Yeah, no, that ain't me. That's definitely not me, man. But like K-Mega, remember our first interactions and I was like, hey man, you want to be on BGST? Like probably totally like different than what you thought. You know what I mean? Like me and you, we were just talking and shooting shit. So I was like, man, you talk well, you handle your shit, you're funny, you'd be a good addition, man. What do you think? You know, like people get a false idea of who people are on this, and because like you said, I've seen people tear up my audio and make it sound like something that I wasn't intending. Right. You know, like
people also have the biggest problem is, you know, especially with Twitter and social media, something you say where a lot of us that actually know you understand what you're trying to get at and what your points are. Like this is for anyone. This is not just even you. This is in general. You know, we know what everyone is trying to get at, but other people just take the points out that they want to hear and then turn it around, which then leads to other people seeing it that way, which then draws up the drama and creating a whole persona that's not actually true.
Yeah, and that was the one thing that I went back to 100 after, you know, and I didn't say anything because, you know, it was supposed to be a surprise and everything. But then, like, you know, once everything came out, I told 100, I said, you know what? Yeah, I've only talked to Crap maybe like twice ever, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always, you know, listened to BGST and things like that. I said, but like the whole perception when you talk to people from the outer circle, you know, you have this perception that Crap is like this type of person, and he couldn't be any nicer. I was over here thinking like he was going to be setting demands and shit, and you ain't going to be doing this, you're not going to be doing that. And I'm like, hold the fuck on, wait, what the hell is this? But no, he was so cool. It was almost, you know, he was asking me like, you know, are you fine with this? Are you fine with that? I mean, couldn't be a better guy, man. That's why, you know, when people talk bad about Mooch or Z or anybody, everybody, and like I say, like Tim Dog is like the nicest dude ever. Like you, you know what I'm saying? So like, man, people have this perception of all of us is that we're this and we're that, but man, we're hardworking individuals. Some of us are fathers, and you know, but we do our thing and we handle it, and we just love talking about video games. And just because we have an opinion, people want to shut it down. It's fun.
And you know what's funny is like nobody can ever say that I don't ever thank the people that do the podcast as well, man. I'm always saying, hey man, I appreciate it. Dealer I've thanked multiple times. I'm always like, thanks man, I really appreciate it. She-Wolf and GK, She-Wolf to the time where she's like, yeah, you don't have to thank me every time. I'm like, no, that's just,
you know what's funny
do,
though?
You know?
Like everyone's persona about you and stuff. Like before we actually met, I didn't even follow. Like for anyone out there, I didn't even follow Crap. Like when before we met, I wasn't even following him because like I was like, yeah, whatever. They were just all like, I didn't care. Not because like of like obviously who
what an asshole he is.
Well, no, you had that persona. Like back then you did. You had that, you know, whole console war fanboy thing, and I was like, oh, whatever. And I just didn't really, you know, I wasn't really into
growing
it.
up, man. He's so good.
Yeah. But I actually got to know him though, and I actually got to see like who he was, and I was like, wow. So, you know, when people put videos and stuff like that, you guys shouldn't take it to heart. Like that's who they are. They're doing like most of the time YouTubers are trying to get their views. They're trying to get like their fan base because that's what their YouTube is for. It's not like you guys have to take everything we say to complete heart.
Yeah, I mean, plus, go ahead, Elmer.
Plus, we got the real dirt on Crapgamer over here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know what's funny though is like one of my favorite YouTubers like was Angry Video Game Nerd, and I've been watching that guy for like 10 years or whatever. And that's a character. I'm like, yeah, like I'm an Xbox fan. I'm fanboy too. Like I admit that, but I own everything. I've bought every console from Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft. Even the handheld, man. I got my Vita here, the PSP, you know, all that cool stuff. Got my Switch. Man, I love that. That was a hell of a day when I put in playing some of that Mario Kart. But anyway, you know, I was even joking around with Helmer. I was like, maybe I'll get the PlayStation VR, and he's like, yeah, so you can have another thing that you don't use. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. Exactly, but you know, but it's just like it's so funny to me because I am like an Xbox dude, but you know, just like Zaire's not going around going bang bang, I'm not going around going rack 'em up. You know, that's not life. You know, that's just
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, what I hear all the time, you're always just walking around, going to people, and you're like pushing people out of the way at stores and stuff. And you're just like,
driving down the road, rolls down the window, and be like, "Rack 'em up,
motherfucker!" No, they're smacking PlayStations out of people's hands at games.
Yes, that was. I mean, that was actually a fucking thing too. Yeah, like
I heard that he just did that pretty recently. He went in there, just smacked it out of some kid's hand, was like, "Rack 'em up."
Oh yeah, I got the pictures, bro. I already posted on the PlayStation blog.
People are gonna believe that. No, but seriously, it's like, look, Xbox, we're Xbox. I'm an Xbox dude. I think everybody in here is an Xbox person. But again, like I'm not going around following, or I don't check out PlayStation people's things. I don't leave comments on their stuff. I'm not following them on Twitter. I'm not harassing them. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I just kind of stick to myself. And unlike K Mega, because K Mega, you don't block people or whatever, and I don't think you do either next gen. Or I mean GKB. Yeah, I do, man. I go by that, man. I gotta block them all, man. If I didn't, I'd probably go insane. Like honestly.
Well, the funny thing is, man, is like when they come at me and stuff, you know, I'll go back at it, but I'll do it from like a logical standpoint, and then they're like, all right, this dude's kind of smart. He's not gonna like, you know, do all kinds of work. So sometimes
the logic doesn't work with some people. You know what I mean? Like
some out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one dude, he would come and he would try to be insulting all the time. damn it, I can't think of his name right now. He shows he's like supposed to be this muscle bound guy, supposed to be in the military. He hates. He's really jealous of Mooch and Crap.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
anyway,
we're not
so
gonna-
yeah. So he would come in, he would say something. Why would you hang around racists? Why would you hang around this? You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a black man. What the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You act like Crap and Mooch is saying some racist shit to me, and I like, look, just because of like we was talking about the satire and jokes. If you can watch a comedy show from anybody, any stand up, you're going to get those type of things, and those things are not looked at as racist. So
don't take it serious.
But then he came at me and called me stupid, and then at the end I was like, man, I'm not even worried about you, bro. Come at me, bro. I'm like, you corny bastard. Ain't nobody coming at you. Like, you ain't coming out here to the red clay.
You really can't look at anything these people have said is racist. I mean, a fucking joke about a food. Nothing ever implied that one race is better than the other. Nothing ever racist came out of their mouths.
Yes.
So that's complete bullshit.
Yeah, it's just an absolute joke, man. And once we get past that ignorance, we can really start weeding out the people that are just here to only just cause drama and really start talking about gaming. That's what we all really want to do.
Exactly, brother. That is, and I'm on board with that 100%, K-Mega. That is very brilliantly said. At the end of the day, because to me it is about the games. Like, I'm really excited about what's coming up. We've got E3 coming up. It's going to be a hell of a thing because
so exciting, man.
It is. It's like that. That's the important thing. It's not like this other stuff. And if you're a fan or not even a fan, like, maybe you're indifferent about Crap, or maybe you've just quote unquote heard bad things about me. So you're gonna jump right to the conclusion when somebody says something bad, like, did you hear Crap did this? Like, those people are gonna believe that right away without even asking me. Like, that's just how it is. But thankfully, there's like a lot of people that are smarter than that, and like the people in this podcast anyway as well. Like, it's like, man, like, let that stuff go. Like, the whole fanboyism stuff. Like, you could be a fan or a fanboy without being a complete asshole or a jerk. Exactly. And I like to think that's
kind of like the people who like come to your YouTube channel and say they read your title, but they don't actually watch your video to see what you're actually talking about. It's people like that. Like, don't just go there and assume that because, the title says something that he's being a jackass. Like, actually watch the video. Well, no, the point is actually watch the video and see what people are actually talking about. And this is for anybody.
Yeah, I like Liam being a jackass though. So I mean,
I'm trying to defend
I know, I hear you. I hear you.
Literally, just like threw yourself under the bus.
No, I agree. I agree.
Kind of smug at some of them, especially them victories. I call them the victory walk Xbox videos. He'll rack them up.
Like rack that shit up. Yeah, like, you know what? Look, and that's part of the fun, right? But that's not hurting anybody.
No,
you know what I mean? That's like when my team wins, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not.
And like me and you, Crap, were going back and forth on Twitter and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was getting your point, you were getting my point. And at the end of the day, it's not like about like if you like Xbox or you like PlayStations and all that stuff. It's just keep the other nonsense, like fucking treating people like dog shit. Keep that stuff out of there, man. It's video games at the end of the day. Like, just calm down, people.
Exactly. Hey, and if you guys want to hit that like button, man, I appreciate it. We're closing in on. Oh, we got over 300. Let's get to 350. How about that? That would be fucking tastic. Assassin's Creed Origins. Did you guys see this screenshot? It looks really good.
It looks really good.
I mean, good.
It's Egypt.
Well, no, it's supposedly Assassin's Creed Origins, and it looks like there's some naval combat in this. I think it's cool. Like, do you think that was a Scorpio screenshot? It looks really good.
Probably, if I would imagine, I'd probably say just PC, but
come on, GKB.
I'd say it's PC Scorpio as well.
Fuck you, Hal.
Well, I mean,
what about you?
To be fair, like, if it's PC, it's kind of like Scorpio too, right? So they're going to be pulling that stuff over. So
yep, true enough. Like, anybody excited for this? I mean, a year off.
Year off. I mean, we always got like that in the back of the mind, like, the Ubisoft kind of thing. Like, what are they going to do with these games? It's going to be broken when it comes out. Hopefully not. They took an extra year. Yeah, she does. She's super hater. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the time period. It looks like it's going to be a bigger map. You're going to go to different places and stuff like that. Naval stuff. I enjoyed that. And, like, well, not really the naval combat stuff and like Black Flag and everything, but I love the ship stuff there. So
yeah, I love Black Flag. I thought it was fantastic. So I mean, I doubt this is built all around that, but there's probably some naval stuff to it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, some of the rumors is that it's a pretty big game too. I mean, like big open world, that kind of thing. So
you're gonna be able to like travel. Like apparently, this is only like rumors and stuff, but like I guess you'll be able to like use the boats to go from like Egypt to Greece and different like time errors and stuff like that. So this should be
yeah. I mean, I think that's interesting. Like, Dealer, are you a bit of a Assassin's Creed fan? Is that like pique your interest at all?
Yeah. And we covered this last night on Beastfire as well. If this Assassin's Creed is just done, right? It's just a real done game with tons of content, and it's just well made and polished. It's going to see a good bump in review scores just from that alone, because this will be the first Ubisoft game in years that's actually been finished. Right, I think we can all agree on that. Like, they haven't released an actual full finished game in a very long time. If it has been kind of polished, it's been rather short on content. They haven't released anything like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag since Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and that's kind of a problem. So hopefully it's a quality game, but I'd like to see a more personal narrative. Like, a lot of their games are a little too open world for me, right? Like Ghost Recon, you kind of go from section of the map, doing the same thing over and over. No real linearity or narrative driven
reason why.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of repetitive nature, and I'm hoping that they kind of go a little bit more linear with this, but also place that story in a massive world with tons of side content. So if it's like that, man, I'm super psyched. I'm definitely picking it up. I know it will take advantage of Scorpio. It's going to look phenomenal. And you're right, GKB, you can really compare the PC and the Scorpio versions when it comes to just a still frame. They look very similar.
Sure.
Golly, you know what Dealer is sounding like to me? Just right then, it sounded like All Day. And I could just picture All Day with that big ass beard with a crab in his mouth right now, just talking to me. Is this Dealer a freaking All Day?
I mean, if All Day said that, then All Day is 100% correct.
Me and All Day go at it all the damn time because he's a stickler to certain things. But that's my boy, man. Big shout out to All Day.
I mean, do you disagree? Do you think Ubisoft had done a good job finishing games and making things how they should?
No, I totally agree with you on that. I totally agree. I actually personally, would just want them to just stick to one, one time period, like to Egypt, because I wanted to have something that was close to Prince of Persia, because I think that they need to revitalize that.
Yeah,
I think it is one time period, but you just have the ability to travel to different areas.
Yeah, it might be cool. I've never been that big of an Assassin's Creed guy. I've always liked Prince of Persia better.
Yeah, see, that's how I've always been too, right? Like, I played the first Assassin's Creed, and then I didn't really get back into it again until Black Flag, and then after that, I haven't played anything.
The other good thing about this too, man, is like,
same way.
They've been doing like yearly ones, and now taking this year off, it's really got me hyped for Assassin's Creed again. Much like how Call of Duty's been like, it's just another Call of Duty. So I'm excited, for Assassin's Creed again. So
I missed that last year. I feel like they came out with the Ezio collection. I'm like, hey, that's cool and all, but I really, because I really liked Unity as well. Like 6 months after it released, I liked it.
After they fixed it.
Like when I first was playing it, and there was people walking backwards up in the sky like 20 feet. Like like their faces weren't there. Like I was like, this isn't supposed to be a horror game.
I didn't run into any of those glitches, man. I mean, the frames were all over the place, but I didn't see none of that crazy.
I got the no faces one. Yeah.
Did you? I got one where I kept getting like stuck on a roof. Like he was just stuck in a crouch and he couldn't move.
And the multiplayer stuff was garbage, but
but I like that, and that game still looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks
if you go back to it now, it looks amazing. I like played through it. Like I really got engrossed in it. I had like the DLC and everything, and I just beat it in like a couple day kind of sit through or whatever. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I like Syndicate. Like I hated the clone enemies where everybody looked like their brothers. Like I was like, what the hell? Everybody looked exactly the same. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
That was a mistake I made. When I went to Syndicate, I was like you. I picked up Unity when it first came out. I was like, holy shit, this game looks amazing. Still looks like one of the best games on any console anywhere. But it just ran so horribly. I put it down, picked it up, beat it. Right after I was done with it, I put in Syndicate because I went and picked it up. And I was like, holy shit, this game is a downgrade. Like it's a massive visual downgrade to me. If you played them back to back, you'd notice that. They really tapered that down.
It is. Yeah, it is a visual downgrade. I will agree with you 100% on that. I like the game. I like the two protagonists, like how you can switch off and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. One of the things that I didn't like was to beat that game, you had to like control a certain amount of boroughs or whatever, like, and you like completely you needed 3, and I just thought that was like ridiculous. It took me like forever to do that. I was like, why do they make you do that?
So it's just
like,
another example of the repetitive gameplay, just to kind of grind out.
And they force it. Yeah, they force it on you. So it was a little bit unfortunate there, and I was a little bit kind of ticked off about that or whatever. But I still thought it was a pretty good game, and like they did do like the Jack the Ripper stuff, which was pretty cool. You know what I mean? They always do some cool stuff. I remember like I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I loved the first one. That came out around the same time at the first Mass Effect, and I bought both those games and both those franchises. I love them both. And then when the third one came out, I remember being super hyped about it, and then the character just sucked because Ezio was so good, like, and then when you got to Connor, it was just really bad. And then when they came out with 4, I liked the whole pirate thing and the shit combat stuff. Like,
they made you play a 10-minute sequence of hide and seek in Assassin's Creed 3. I mean, there was clearly some misdirection there.
Yeah, I agree, and probably that a lot of that has to do with too many hands in the pot because they got like hundreds and hundreds of people putting these games together, and I think that can be a little bit.
Sure, they had an hour-long conference over the hide and seek section alone. Like, should we do it?
Like,
I really think we should.
Hey, what do you guys want to do, man? I mean, gamers really hate hide and seek. They really hate, escort missions. What do you guys think? Hide and seek and an escort mission.
The last really good Ubisoft game I played was Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2 was great. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I
went into that game.
I haven't finished it, but it is really good.
I went into that game not expecting anything, and that game blew my mind. I was like, "Holy crap, that's amazing!" I thought absolutely fantastic. I don't know, like She-Wolf. I know you're not a big Ubisoft fan, but
hater.
Wow. I love how I'm the one that's called not a big Ubisoft.
No, in the back-to-back podcast, because to be fair, I do watch. You did Ladies' Night where you're like, Ubisoft puts out broke games, and then last night you reiterated that. Yes.
But it doesn't mean I hate, it's not that I don't, I actually love their games. Like, I love The Division. I was a big Division fan. I loved Ghost Recon. That was, like, and then they friggin', like, the games come out, and then they just crush all my dreams, and then I'm back to being mad at them. But then they bring out another one, then I'm like, oh my god, and then it comes out, and then it's broken, and I'm
like Nintendo.
Yeah, it's kind of like a roller coaster with them. They give you such this great idea, but then once they release the game, it just seems to be broken. They focus too much on trying to almost like recreate The Witcher 3 instead of just trying to recreate their own style of games, and they put too much of an open world. And I think that's their biggest problem. They focus too much on the open world like Witcher 3 and how successful that game was instead of taking time on these other games. And
yeah. Do you think we're getting too many open world games? Like for me,
yes.
Yeah, like everything doesn't need to be open world. Like I'm hoping that this new Splinter Cell isn't. I've heard that it might be.
I just want a linear like Splinter Cell, bro. Come on.
Yeah, like come on. Quantum Break says hello. You know what I mean? Like games don't have to be open world. Doesn't equal great game. Nope. You know, like to me, it's like certain games are okay for that, but certain games just why? Why?
Like Assassin's Creed should not be a huge open world. It should be focused on what the actual story is and what the narrative that you're supposed to be doing. If you want side missions, fine, give side missions, but don't open it up to this huge department where you can't handle everything that's going on inside the game, because then that's where we get broken games. That is where we have all these problems.
Assassin's Creed is probably their one franchise that is absolutely needs to be open world.
Yeah,
things like Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, all this other crap they're working on. I don't think that stuff needs to be open world.
No, not at all. And then I think that's what kind of hurt Metal Gear, because it was just too big. Like a lot of people got turned off of it because of the fact that it wasn't linear like it used to be. I don't, I think I like more traditional games that kind of guide you a little bit, kind of like the Quantum Breaks, things like that. You can have a little open world element to it, but not like Grand Theft Auto, because those get too tedious over time. And there's too many of them to play. Like I'm still going through Mafia 3. Great game, yes. But my problem is that like I don't know if it's like I got some kind of crazy condition, but every time I see a little dot, I gotta go there. I gotta go there. And then I'm like doing that for like 5 hours, and then like I finally get to a point to where the story is, and then it's like, you know, I'm bored. So
I'd say that's more a game design flaw than the fact that it's an open world game. You know.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But Mafia 3 is a fantastic game. I enjoy it. You know,
I don't think that's really a game design flaw. To me, that's why I
Yeah.
like open world games, because you're in the middle of doing something and then all of a sudden you get caught up.
I'm just saying though,
doing a
it does
side
get
quest here and
repetitive.
there.
It does get
But
boring.
it takes away
That's
from the
just
story
that's just a
element.
choice of
That's-
game design.
Yeah, it takes away from the, you know, because the story of Mafia 3 is so good, and if you shorten it, if you took, you know, the open world aspect out of it somewhat and just kept it on the story, I think that game would have definitely been a Game of the Year candidate, just for the story alone and just the things that you could do within that.
That was another game that I absolutely loved. I thought it was completely amazing and underrated. A lot of people didn't really give it a chance, or you know, people thought it did have some bugs, but I don't think that it was like
I experienced hardly any bugs on there, except for that one really funny one that I posted on Twitter where the car just popped in and blew up the one I was driving.
Yeah, I mean there were a few bugs. Like there was one time where I was playing it, and then what the hell happened? Like the car disappeared or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of a weird one or whatever. But yeah, overall, I thought that was a good game. And same thing with Watch Dogs 2. I think that was like an absolutely fantastic game. Definitely underrated. If anybody like picks it up, I think that's one that you would absolutely love. I think it's great, absolutely fucking fantastic. Have you guys heard about this Battlegrounds game coming to Xbox One?
Yep,
I did. Yeah.
Somebody want to explain what that game is? Like
it's basically like Hunger Games, like in a video game, bro. Like you start off and you're in the C-130, you're flying around, you're looking at the map, you jump down to whatever point you want to start to. You don't have any weapons or anything like that, so you have to scavenge. It's really tense.
Is it team-based or?
Yeah, you can have teams, you can have doubles. I think I don't know how far it'll go up to in teams, but you can do doubles and stuff like that.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it starts shrinking down and bringing more people condensed together. I think they're only 30-minute rounds or something like that. And then it just gets really crazy in pandemonium. The last one alive wins, man. So,
okay. So that sounds.
So it literally is Hunger Games the game.
It pretty much is, man.
Interesting. Like, yeah. So in case you guys didn't know, this game Battlegrounds was announced. Like Mikey Barra was playing this game, and people like, you know, because Microsoft does that sometimes where they'll like list stuff. Or they'll be playing something and people are like, does this mean it's coming? And then like you find out that it does, you know, a couple days later or whatever. So I was just curious about what it is. So GKB, you've played it. And I mean, do you think it's any good?
Oh, dude, it's fun. It's super crazy. Like I said, you get really tense. Like my buddy Brutal, like he plays it a lot too. Plays it more than I do. You just go around and just have fun, man. It's like one of those like, you know, multiplayer games that you can just run around with a bunch of people, and you know you can hear people like stalking you. What's really cool too is like it doesn't show you like where you die or where you get hit. It doesn't show like, you know, blood splatters on the screen and stuff, so you can't really know where anybody is. So it's just always like this tension in the game. So it's really enjoyable, man. It's a fun
That sounds pretty good. And that was like a PC game that's coming. And I think we're going to see more of this due to Scorpio and stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of people are like, well, all our games are going to PC. You know, that sucks. But also I think it's a bit of a two-way street.
Yeah.
You know, like we're getting some more of this stuff.
I
would
You would think they instantly lost their ability to play their games when it went to PC for some reason. It's like, well, yeah, it's on PC, but you can still play it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Doesn't
I
really
mean,
Isn't it also coming to PlayStation 4 too, though?
I mean, if it is, it don't matter. I mean, hey, you
No,
can get it on
I know.
Xbox,
I'm just
cool.
saying though.
Yeah.
We're saying that it because what I was reading before was that it was coming to the
It's probably gonna
Xbox game preview, and it was coming to the PlayStation 4. So which means we'll actually get it cheaper if it does come to the Xbox game preview.
True.
yeah.
Stop console warring, She-Wolf.
Yeah.
What
No, I
console?
mean, look, it is probably going to PS4 too, and that's fine. Like, I wasn't saying that this was an exclusive. I was just saying that it's coming to Xbox One and Scorpio. So I mean, and I was just wondering what it was because I just like when I'm like today I didn't have a lot of time in between work to research a lot of this stuff. So I was just looking at some of the articles and I was like, well, maybe somebody will know what this game is, and so that's what that all was. Tell that dog to shut up. God damn it.
Well, that was an asshole out in the hallway. What engine does
Tell
it
that
actually-
asshole to shut up.
What engine does the game run on? Does anybody know?
I don't know, man. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I have no idea. Battlegrounds.
The
Player
Battlegrounds.
Unknown's Battlegrounds.
All I know is it's
Unreal
fucking
Engine
awesome.
4.
Pick it up, people.
Unreal Engine 4.
You heard also Vanquish is coming to the PC today?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that there's an opportunity that we can get a backwards compatible version on the X1.
You know what? That game
that
was
would be
super
great.
fun. I played the first level and then like I forgot all about it. And I remember Hellheimer beating that game, and
Yeah,
he
that
was
game
like,
great.
"Yeah, he loved that game." And I was like, "I don't know. I couldn't even get past the first part." But, I mean, it was fun.
What other game do you health up on by smoking a cigarette? I mean, come on.
Metal Gear?
Sponsored by the tobacco industry.
Yeah, like, well, yeah. I thought that was interesting. That you know, and I would love to see more games like that come to Xbox as well. Like if since it's going to be 4K on PC, why not have it? You know, remaster it or something. You know, I think that would be probably a good idea.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. It's a really good game. Another game that I really hope that comes backwards compat, or if they could just make another one, is Wet. I loved Wet. That was a dope ass game with the chick.
I have it, but I don't think I ever played it.
Oh man, the controls were okay. The camera was bad. It wasn't the best game in the world.
What made you like it so much, Game Maker?
No. It was a great game for me. I loved Wet. I hope that if they can bring, any type of little crazy game I see, backwards compat, like I don't give a damn about, like they can bring Wet. Come on, please. That's
okay.
for me.
I remember that game. I have that game. I don't know that I've ever played it, but one thing that I do know is the girl that played Faith in Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the main actor in that game. So she's the main character.
I don't want to play it.
Yeah.
We'll probably like it.
I'm waiting for the sequel, Dry.
Oh.
Oh my god, it wasn't funny. Come on.
I know. Like I was gonna go where. That's like one of those Nukums. Like shout out to that dude.
Yeah.
Look,
I had to do it for
chat,
Nuke. I had to
they
get at
know about
least
Wet.
one wah for Nuke.
Yeah, people in the chat, they know about Wet. They always say it's the shit, man. It's a good game. Like,
Yeah, was it easy on the gamer score? Because I think that might be why I bought it. I was like, it had easy achievements or something, but I never got around to playing it. So
yeah, but it was just one of them kick-ass games. Like, she was a really cool protagonist. And, she wore guns, swords. She would fuck you up. Like, she was raw. I loved it, man.
Raw.
It's a good thing you set up.
Yeah,
she fucked you up raw. Yeah, raw. Got you, dude. I'm gonna have to try it, man. Maybe a throwback Thursday one of these days, man. EA predicted 105 million combined console sales by the end of this year between Xbox One and PS4.
80 million of those made in the PS4.
Right. I knew that was
What the hell? Are you serious? Come on, man. What is it? They say it's at what, 60 million?
something
Yeah,
like that,
so
man.
80 million about that made in the PS4. Got it. Done.
Mhm.
Lock it in.
No, didn't Sony say they intend to get to 78 million by the end of next year?
Well, yeah, they intended to get by March of next year.
But isn't the
So-
question, what is
their fiscal
EA
year.
expecting to release that would sell that many consoles?
Well, I think that they were just predicting, like, they have a good idea probably of where these consoles are at. 67. I mean, saying 105 million, man, they're really lowballing the fucking Xbox One, I think. Like, Jesus Christ. Because even if you did it right now, right, there's 60 million PS4s. Even if there was 100, that would, like, be saying that there's, like, and there's going to be a lot more consoles sold. Like, they're saying there's hardly any Xbox One sold.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, Jesus Christ. Fuck
Yep.
that. We're not even talking about this, folks. Just
Lock
forget
it
I.
in.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
this-
105 million. That's not a lot considering the PS4 is at 60.
30 for Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, like, but look, there's the rest of the year, including the holidays and Scorpio and all that stuff. Like, so they're saying, hey, there's not going to be, but I don't know. That seems incredibly low to me. You know, even if Sony gets to, let's say, 70 million or 72 million, that's a little over 30-some million Xbox Ones. That's terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it is lowballed in Sony's numbers. That's several months into 2018. So
yeah.
I mean, who knows? It'd probably be around 40 million, maybe.
I'm of the mind that Xbox One's probably already at 35, 40 million. Like, I don't think it's that.
Probably around 32, in my opinion. Probably.
Yeah, I say between 32 and 35.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's completely feasible. I don't have a problem with that. I think a lot of people like lowball the Xbox. Like, you'll still see people. Shut up, Hellhammer!
I'll
Fuck you!
throw
I will mute your
Spent 20
ass.
million
15 to
forever.
20 million. 15 to 20 million.
Hellhammer, oh yeah, there was 12 million X-Bones. I'm like, fuck the fuck, man. 12 million X-Bones, man. Fucking troll.
Man, Hellhammer's making me choke over here, man.
No, you have to understand about Hellhammer is he does this shit on purpose. Like, I will get into these big old fucking arguments with him, and I'll be like, "Oh, wait, motherfucker, I know." Like, I know exactly what the fuck you're doing. But EA also predicted by the end of the year, 40% of console gamers' games will be digital. So I think that's pretty big because we saw earlier that 70% is digital, but that included obviously mobile and stuff, which is going to be all digital. So that's kind of a skewed way of kind of announcing this. But they're saying 40% will be digital by the end of this year, which is really interesting because when you got people like me who was always like physical, and now I buy and not only that, but just a little thing. And I was saying this before we went live, like Sony had this deals on PSN. They did the Order 1886 for like $4, and they had God of War 3 remastered for like $4 or $5. I own those physically. And I game share with Hellhammer because he uses the old PS4 and I use the Pro. So I was like, I have those physically, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy them, digitally, so that I don't have to change discs or he don't have to change discs when he's borrowing. Because a lot of times he'll borrow my games and I don't fucking see him. Like it took me like for
PS4 games, bro.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, but yeah. So I do it like that. Like, and I do that on Xbox to be fair as well. Like, I had Titanfall 1, and of course I bought that disc, but I was super happy to be able to fucking play that when I went to EA Access, but I didn't need the disc. And like, I bought Battlefront. This was before we were game sharing. I bought Battlefront 1, the fucking disc version. Hellhammer bought the digital version. So that meant once we started game sharing, I didn't need the fucking disc anymore. So that's just in the collection. Same thing with like Forza Horizon. I bought the Ultimate Edition, the $100 edition or whatever, and Hellhammer bought the digital version. So I don't even need a disc anymore. So I don't even know why the fuck I did that. It's like we were wasting money, buying that shit. But like, what do you guys think? Like the digital, like how long before digital takes more than?
It's not gonna be much longer, man. To be honest with you, like She-Wolf and I, like in the beginning of this generation, we were buying like double of everything and all that kind of stuff because we like physical and all that kind of stuff, man. And then doing the game share and all that kind of stuff, dude. We completely are all digital now, and that's all we get. So I'm super stoked for it.
I'd say by the next generation, by like the PlayStation 5, when the Xbox, whatever the hell the next one will be called. Yeah, I think by that time it'll be up to maybe. For the consoles will be up to probably 70% because it's just beneficial. And then like I think also for me, I stopped buying physical games and now I'm starting to buy more collectibles. So I'm like, I'd rather go and get like like a statue or something instead of just buying the physical game and just show that around. I like that better.
Yeah, I mean, K-Big picks like a great point on that actually, right? Like you even see that now, like even with the Battlefield 1, they had that collector's edition. It was just the statue and no game. Just
the African American gentleman. Yes, I got.
Yes, I have that. It's awesome.
Like
it's more. It's huge. It's a lot bigger than I thought.
It is. It's heavy as shit.
So there's this Recore one, man, that we just got. It's holy shit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. By the way, like I was watching that. Like
that's a shout out to Fox. It was for my birthday.
Yeah, like that is super awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna see more and more. You see more and more of that now, right? Where there's like additions where it don't come with the game, just because.
You know what though? That Recore one actually came with a hard disk game though.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Did it?
I mean,
it did.
I mean, and you'll still see that as well, but you're going to see more and more options of that too, right? Like, because I'm kind of the same way now, right? I'd rather buy the digital game and have the merchandise aside from that,
Yeah, like Hellhammer, I was against that too. Like when they did it with the Battlefield 1, I was like, why would you sell that without the game and anything? But it makes sense now for like digital people that just buy it digital, they could still go get the collector's edition without the game and all that kind of stuff.
Because it makes really good sense, right? Because like especially at this point now, right? Like, because I still like the merchandise, but I don't want to go spend twice the amount, spend that $60 extra on the physical collector's edition, and then still have to go buy the digital edition and sell the disc or whatever.
Yeah. And I also like I bought you're going to hear Tekken again. I bought the Tekken collection. The statue with Hayachi and Kazuya going at it. I cannot wait for that bad boy to come. I'm also, hopefully it'll come in here by next week. I bought Master Chief and Locke. I bought that. Oh, yeah. And I'm even going to get the Horizon Zero Dawn chick. You know what I'm saying?
Are you getting the new Injustice 2 one with Batman and who's the other guy? I know one statue is Batman. The other statue is
I can't think of who the other statue is. I can't think, but I'm definitely going to get that. But I'm going to get that a little later. But the main one that's like I got to have, and I've already started to save my money to get it, is the Marvel vs. Capcom. That looks wicked.
I sent you guys the picture of that the other week. It has like four statues in it or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
like
$200. So
yeah, it is.
So I got to have a budget now because there's so many games that's going to be coming. Yeah. So I'm like, and I know me, I'll just go ahead and just buy it right then and there. And then I got to hear the old lady, what the hell is that? Okay, all right, I'll chill out. So I put already $50 back so I can go ahead and try to get it. I think since I got Amazon Prime, I can go ahead and pre-order it now, can I?
Yeah, should be able to.
And they don't even charge you anything until it ships.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that.
I still have the freaking South Park one pre-ordered.
Yeah, like where the hell's that game at? Like I was super excited for that game, and now it's like delayed into next year or whatever, which kind of sucks.
Well,
but
no, they said it's delayed between April 2017 and April 2018, so it could come out. We just don't know when.
Hey, if it comes out by the end of the year, man, I might get the collector's edition because I love the first one.
I think it's sold out though.
Oh, fuck that!
Edition, I'm pretty sure. Because I have it and I was gonna cancel it when they delayed it, but then it said it was sold out. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna just leave the pre-order right there and not touch it.
That was one of the funniest, best games I ever played. And what was funny was it came out after the Xbox One, but I remember Hellhammer bought it for me for my birthday, and I was like, I couldn't stop playing it. But he's never even played that game.
Oh, you gotta play that, dude! Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fucking. It's amazing. It's funny as hell. Yeah, I think so as well.
It's like watch a whole season of South Park. Is great.
It is. It's great. Like there's. Well, I was gonna say something about the abortion stuff, but yeah, it is. I mean, it's fun. It's gross. It's funny. It's like if you got a sense of humor and it's just jokes and that, then it's funny stuff. So, did you guys see the Red Dead Redemption 2 screenshot?
I didn't see the new one. No,
I did. No? He's like leaning against a board thing, and you have like
there's a town there. Yeah, doesn't that look amazing? That's got to be Scorpio, right? Come on.
PC.
It's PC. You do know most of these are going to be PC.
There's not even a PC version of that game confirmed.
It looks like he's like standing either at a saloon or he's standing possibly at a sheriff's office and he's like leaning, and then you see like the horses and everything in the background, and you see like a DM. Yeah, it's like DMD.
Yeah.
So it looks amazing. It really does.
It looks
that's
fucking
PC.
phenomenal.
I'm
sorry,
sure
guys, but it's but She-Wolf, it's Batman and Brainiac.
Is it? Okay, I knew the one was Batman because I know the box has Batman and Flash, which is kind of weird that the statue is in Flash.
Why would they have Superman in Brainiac? Really?
No, I want Flash.
That's interesting. You know what's funny is I have some collector's editions and stuff, but Hellhammer always says they're the hobo versions because they're never like the
they're never they're the ones that you can find like a year later for like $30.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why I get them because they're cheap.
That's what I do too.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna spend a ton of money.
Didn't you get the Doom collector's edition?
But after the fact, like I got it when it was on sale. It was like $40, like after it went down. But that thing is awesome. Yeah. It's got that.
Yeah. This is what I always make fun of it, right? So he's this big Xbox dude, right? But the only thing he owns is PlayStation Collector's Edition. He doesn't own a single Halo Collector's Edition. Doesn't own a single Gears Collector's Edition. Doesn't own any of the Xbox ones.
Okay, listen. Well, here's the thing, right?
Wow.
I bought the Killzone 2 or 3 one when it had the Killzone head because it was on sale for like $25. Like, how could you pass that up? Also, when I bought my PS4, I was like, I bought the Order 1886 Collector's Edition because I wanted something to show off.
That was a really cool Collector's Edition, though.
Yeah, it came with the statue. And I bought, let's see, I got another
Wait, did you get
the Gears one?
No, I don't have the Gears one.
You have a Gears tattoo, but you didn't get the Collector's Edition.
It was like $300. I was like,
hold on. I have a question. The Order 1886 one that you got, is that where he's just crouching behind the thing, or did you get the one with the werewolf?
I got the one where he's crouching behind the thing.
Oh, then you
It was-
suck.
Oh.
The werewolf one was better.
Well, and
Wait,
I also
Wait,
I have
you said it's $300 for the Gears 4 one, but you went and spent how much on a PS4 Pro?
yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't know. But hey, I also got this Kratos one from God of War Ascension. Believe it or not, like I bought that when it was on sale as well. Like it was like, and I was like, it's so cheap.
But there's been multiple times where I pointed out like the Halo ones and stuff on sale. Like for instance, the Halo 5 one, right? That's one's been on sale before where we passed by it for like $60-$70.
And you still have it, Crap?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Crap. You can still pre-order the. They added one, I guess. to the
I might
South Park.
pre-order that right now because they're not going to charge me for it. So done
No.
and done.
You getting the
Yeah.
PS4
But
one?
you see the release date for
I
it?
ain't getting no PS4 one. Fuck that. No.
God dang it! The PS4 did it to me again. They're gonna sell. I mean, they're gonna
Uh-oh.
a Guilty Gear XR Rev 2 is coming out, and I got to get it because I love Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Xbox, get goddamn Guilty Gear so I can.
I don't even know
it on
how
the
that
superior
game is,
controller.
man. Send that shit to Hades, man.
No, you can't send me Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear to me is better than Street Fighter 5. That's a fact. Well, to me, that's K Mega's fact. There'll be people that, but look. Just real quick, did anybody see that new character that they added on with the DLC with Street Fighter 5 named Eddie?
Eddie, yeah.
Eddie, no, I don't. I mean, I have the
It
game,
look-
but
it's a fail. It's an
Here's-
absolute fail.
Here's one for anybody. If you want the Battlefield 1 exclusive collector's edition, it's $56 right now.
I got it when it was $26. It was a Foxy
Me
deal or
too.
something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I bought that game. I was like, hell yeah. It was fucking no. That's a hell of a deal. Like that thing came with like a map and a fucking a thing that you can if I had a pet pigeon, I could fucking tie this thing to the pigeon's leg and it could be a carrier or whatever. It'd be pretty
That
badass.
statue was pretty nice on that one. That was the best part.
Yeah, like I have that one. I also got the Duke Nukem Forever statue, guys. The collector's edition. Come on.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah, rack that shit up.
I remember when you got that. That was that day where you didn't get any of the games that you bought used
Yeah.
in the cases from 2 different stores.
Yeah, so there's this local store, mom and pop store, and then I bought like 4 or 5 used games from there, and they forgot to put the fucking games in there. So I went back. So on the way, I didn't notice that, right? So I had that shit, and I put them in the car. And then we went to GameStop, and they had the Duke Nukem Forever thing, and it was like $10 or something for the collector's edition. And I was like, okay, so that was new. So I bought that and and I got home too, and then fucking nothing had the games in there, nothing, right? I was like, that fucking pissed me off. Or the one time where I fucking bought Call of Duty, it might have been Black Ops. I bought that shit used one time, and fucking I get home and it was Call of Duty 4 in there, and I was like, what the fuck?
It was World
Don't
at
you
War.
ever check your discs before you buy them?
No, he doesn't.
No,
I'm not
I
even
don't.
allowed to leave GameStop unless I like thoroughly like check the discs to make sure like scratches are decent and everything with GKB.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
well,
the Duke Nukem Forever game was sold to him by the same dude where he was like, I'm here to get Little Big Planet Carton. And he was like, really?
Yeah,
No.
that is true. I did fuck with that dude a little bit. They also had this mean woman there. We went for the Xbox One launch. She was trying to sell us Xbox Live Gold. I'm like, no, I literally just bought it like the day one silver card or whatever because I thought it was kick ass. I was like, that's literally, I just bought that. And she's like, you're going to need more. Like, eventually that's going to run out. I was like, no, woman, leave me alone. Quit scaring me. You know what I mean? Like, shit, like, calm down. She doesn't even work there anymore because she scared too many people. But yeah, like, that shit was like freaky or whatever. She's fucking crazy, batshit woman. I don't know. But anyway, so what do you guys think about, let's see, I think we already talked about that. Well, what do you think about the God of War rumor? Like, we've heard from the retailers it's coming out this year, but the voice actor says next year. Like, what's your thought? Like, every God of War is launched in March, so obviously
I would love to see it come out, but I would like it to actually release in March. Only because
are you gonna play it, She-Wolf, or are you gonna watch GKB play it? I'm just curious.
Probably gonna watch me.
Probably. Okay. I was actually more excited for Horizon Zero Dawn than GKB was, but he ended up playing it first. And then watching it, you pretty much get the full experience anyway. So I was like, there's no point in really me playing it when I just watched the whole entire thing.
Later.
So
Yeah, I understand that completely. But yeah, I mean, I'm like, that's a game that I'm definitely interested in, that and Spider-Man.
Dude, Spider-Man.
I still have this signed poster for that Mooch wants me to freaking burn.
Yeah, well, no, he doesn't want you to burn it. He loves, you know what, Mooch loves, he loves that stuff. Like, he would be saying, hey, I don't know, he'd come up with some kind of Moochism, and I'd just be like, wow, that's fucking, how the hell did he come up with that shit? But, yeah, I mean, that's, I hope it comes out this year, but I got a feeling it's going to come out next March.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping too, man. Like, I was hoping it was coming out this year, but like he changed it, and I don't know if that's like, that's going to happen. It's going to come out in 2018 or 2017. If anything, they'd want it to come out this year, but I'm excited for that game. I'm waiting for it.
A lot of Sony's AAA games come out in the spring. At least I've noticed personally, they tend to release a lot of their AAA titles in the spring.
Yeah, and then the Xbox fan community always goes, man, we need something like that. Like, totally, we need something like that. That would be amazing. We need it. Xbox, step your game up, because that's what they always
we need
do.
Horizon Zero Dawn on Xbox. Hell yeah.
We don't, man. We don't need it. No, we're good with what we got. Like, I'm hoping we get some cool stuff like Studio Gobo. Come on.
Man? What's wrong with options?
Like Studio Gobo. They're going to come out with the new Fable, and we're going to love it. It's going to be great, right?
Yeah, Studio Gobo.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I mean, look, I'm excited for it. I mean, I think everybody's excited to see
Gobo.
what. I'm not, because they make some hell of a good games, like that F1 game, fantastic. They made some damn Disney Infinity stuff, like the play sets. Those are pretty good. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
So you're saying a developer that makes F1 games, racing games, right? The F1 games.
Well, they also did the open world, like some of the play sets for Disney Infinity.
They
So
did
Disney
Pirates of
Infinity,
the Caribbean.
And we're
they did
excited that
Star
they're doing a
Wars.
Fable game.
Well, we don't know that that's what 100% what they're doing, but they are doing something with Microsoft, and they do have open world experience and stuff. So shut up, Hellhammer.
Shit to Hades right now because I am not excited for this shit. I want some badass studio to do me a Fable game.
It seems like it only works on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. It ain't working today.
Well, here, you know what? I do want to talk about one other thing, and that is that usually Michael Pachter is okay with some of his numbers that he comes up with, and he said that Halo 5 is on par with the other Halos in total game sales, and it actually made more money in the microtransaction than all the other games did with the DLC packs, which I thought was interesting because I like this approach more where you can buy DLC. I've never bought one of the rec packs for Halo, but people do. It's obviously made a lot of money. I'm not really one that buys the packs.
So okay,
Yeah, exactly.
it felt like that about the rat packs, whatever. So okay.
Well, yeah, the Gears packs are a little bit annoying because you always want shit.
they're-
I don't know, like
yeah,
that.
they're
Yeah,
really
that's kind of annoying. But for the most part, like the Halo stuff, I don't mind it, and I like that how they keep the community together by not having to force people to fucking buy map packs and split up, because that's really what messed up Halo 4 was that they kind of split the community up or whatever. But I really like what Halo 5's done. If they can get the single player together for 6, I think, and they keep the
Come on now,
multiplayer
don't
like
start that. We're gonna be here for another fucking hour. You want to talk about Halo?
Hey, listen,
Don't
man,
say
I don't
that.
hate.
Save lock.
I'm not Rand Outdoor, man. I'm not saying lock to Hades. I think that
I'm
he'd
not a
play
lock
that-
hater either, man, but I want a Master Chief game. Sorry.
Come on, look, spin-off. We want a lock spin-off.
I would totally be.
I wouldn't mind that.
Alright.
More Halo to me would be fine.
Okay.
I think that would be fucking.
Just
Yeah,
don't kill off my boy Spock. I mean, I said Spock.
Spock.
Locke. Don't kill off my boy Locke. It's getting late for me. It's getting late, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm ready
I
to
know.
get something in the stomach.
Well, yeah. we're wrapping up. No worries. Oh, there is one more thing. I wanted to talk about this. Did you guys see this?
Last two things.
I know. This T-Mobile thing. Did you see this June? Xbox is coming back, and we're giving 1 month of Xbox Game Pass to T-Mobile customers. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a good idea?
Like, way to get people on board, man. Start checking out the service and get people on the Xbox ecosystem. Absolutely.
But why T-Mobile?
I don't know.
Probably got some deal with them.
No.
They probably pay it. You're like,
I don't have T-Mobile. I have goddamn freaking AT&T.
Well, there's your problem.
well, I think it's a good thing. Like, Deal, are you awake, bro?
No, yeah, I'm awake.
What do you think about this, man?
He's like, huh? What?
Hey, I got AT&T too. Say what you will about T-Mobile, but at least they're spurring competition. Yeah, T-Mobile's not the greatest, but at least they're competing, right? They're doing some shit and making.
You know who AT&T teamed up with? Fucking PlayStation back on the Vita. They were the only one.
I remember that, and they laughed. People laughed. They were
Play
like,
your Vita over your wireless signal.
Yeah, and then people were like, yeah. They were like, hey.
I don't know.
They thought it was a joke.
I don't think this partnership is going to get anyone to buy an Xbox, but I do know that it's not going to cost them a damn thing to give out codes for Game Pass. That's kind of the magic of Game Pass. It's not going to cost them $1 to give out a code so someone can play something for a month. It's all digital, right? So it may kind of encourage people to lean that way, but I don't really understand what the point of it is either. So
I think it's genius because I mean the next thing for T-Mobile is what, cricket? So I mean you over here, look, man, that's all right because you got a lot of people that will be like, I get this T-Mobile thing, I can play some free games, man, why not? You know what I'm saying? And then like if the Xbox One S is dropped in price, you know, people might go ahead and cop one, or if they do some kind of like special promotion.
You're reaching here, Megan.
Look, man. I mean, fuck it. I mean, this is the last thing. This is reaching hour, man. I'm just thinking like if T-Mobile could do a deal to where they could like offer an Xbox One for a rebate for a low price, plus you get the pass. Hell, people eat that up, man.
I mean, it's a $10 a month service, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it also depends, like, what their biggest what their biggest providers are. Like, anyone that we know that has T-Mobile is, like, our parents, and they don't play video games, so they're not going to care about anything that they get from T-Mobile. I'm not saying it's only old people. Obviously, there's tons of other people on T-Mobile, but just branching out to one. Shut up and don't even start. I swear to God, you start.
It's too late, She-Wolf. Somebody's downloading this video right now, and they're going to cut that phrase out, and they're going to expose you.
The one who's going to get exposed is Dealer for talking about AT&T.
Hey, I just said I have them, but I also say, you know, T-Mobile, like them or hate them, at least they're doing things that are forcing AT&T and Verizon to adapt and change their policies and add better plans.
I got Sprint, and then out here I got.
Oh God! Get the fuck out of here, K-Becca.
Thing about it is, though, it's just why a cell phone company is what I'm actually trying to get at. It has nothing to do with who has T-Mobile, guys. That it was a joke. Calm down. It's just what's the purpose? Like what? Obviously, I know I'm already destroyed. I already said everybody's gonna hold me against it because that's what they do. But
you're a corporate slave now.
I know, right? I know. I've already destroyed it. It's okay. But what's the purpose? Like what? Why?
They're just reaching out to different demographic of people. That's all. Trying to see if anything sticks.
Yeah.
I guess.
When that person with a T-Mobile phone walks into a pocket of data and they're like, "Oh shit," and they get an email about Game Pass, then they might pick it up.
Hey, now I'm not disagreeing with that, but we've eclipsed 2 hours, folks. I'm gonna get some outros going, and then we can get the hell out of here. GKB, man, what do you got going on, bro?
Working on some vlogs, man. People have been yelling at me. They want me to do some drive to work discussions. So
yeah, drive to work. Be like, yo, man, and fucking cuss at old people because that's what we have in this state.
Yeah, we want to see some road rage vlogs.
Yes.
What the fuck? Thing.
We want to see people flying in the background in your rear view, your kind of windshield.
just going everywhere.
Yeah.
Just working on some videos, man. Trying to have some fun this summer and doing Console Corner, be on the Shop podcast, all that kind of cool stuff.
Awesome, man. Looking forward to it. She-Wolf, what do you got going on? You not a know.
Wow.
You not a know.
I don't know.
T-Mobile hater, Ubisoft hater.
Yeah, apparently it's okay now. Apparently, I'm also a lower tier. So yeah.
You'll get a message on Twitter saying you're being paid by a different company here soon. So
yeah, apparently because everyone just takes everything to heart because nobody can take a goddamn joke nowadays.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's why I got you saying it's just jokes on MC Morning because people needed a reminder.
I know, it's just jokes by YouTube professionals, but apparently we're not even that, so whatever. Anyways, but yeah, you can just find me on Gamers Knows Best YouTube channel. I'm hoping to live stream. I was sick at the beginning of the week, so I wasn't able to live stream, but I'm hoping to get to do it for at least the ending of this week. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Awesome stuff. Hellhammer, what do you got going on? Just playing some more PS4 and not doing YouTube videos, that kind of thing?
There's going to be a lot more PS4 playing. You can look forward to
PS4
sharing some PS4 shares on Twitter at XX Hellhammer.
Hell yeah.
You can follow me on PS4 XX_Hellhammer. Or if you want to get on Xbox Live, where I'm not currently on there.
Or he won't accept your invite because he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't have one.
Because my X-Bone's, taking a shit on me.
And he broke my backup one, too, so yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice. You both cram toast and chips and shit in your electronics.
That never happened. That was just like people were asking
whatever.
me.
We
like,
heard the story.
How the fuck did you get a Pringle in your PC, Crapgamer? I don't fucking know, right? Like, it wasn't a full Pringle. It was like a half a Pringle.
No, this thing was like a
fucking 32-ounce fountain soda sitting in the
full-on Pringle.
Damn.
I don't think it was a full-on Pringle. I'm just saying.
Dude. Like one little chip out of it, like a half.
Did you eat it when you found it? That's what we want to know.
No. Like, and there was like a Mounds bar wrapper or something in there.
A bag of Starburst, a 32-ounce Pepsi. Come on.
Hey, you cannot believe Hellhammer. That motherfucker will troll.
That's the best PC ventilation fan in the world, isn't it, GKB?
Yeah.
Sucking in fucking candy bars and small kids and shit. Like, chips. I mean,
that shit would get hot, man. It was crazy. And we got Dealer, man. What do you got going on?
Yeah, I'm kind of wrapping up, I don't know, a massive paper. That's kind of why I've been preoccupied. I apologize, but things will get better this June. I'll definitely be moving off of campus and unleashing the full potential here. So
you'll be at the game with other people, right?
Yeah, I'll be able to actually join America.
Yeah,
that'll be
that's
great.
nice.
So America.
Awesome. I just saw you liked some of my my screenshots that I took. I took a whole shit ton of them.
Yeah, that was before I actually had it downloaded, and I was actually looking forward to. I saw you rocking the Cobra R, so I was like, let me check this out. But that is a phenomenal expansion. I'm having a lot of fun with it too. But once again, find me on Twitter at Dealer_Gaming, YouTube Dealer Gaming, and good podcast.
Yes, and thank you. And everybody hit that like button before you guys. We got one more person. K Mega, thank you for staying up and rocking out with us tonight, man. I appreciate it very much.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem, man. I mean, it's always fun to get the chance to talk to Dealer and She-Wolf and Keith GKB and just all you guys, man. That's just a really cool podcast, man. No doubt.
Not you though, Hellhammer. You suck.
No, Hellhammer. He's driving an ice cream truck. I'm staying away from his ass. That dirty bastard. I'm playing. No, Hellhammer too, man. Just awesome, man. So yeah, everybody. Don't forget to go check out the GRG podcast every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And my channel, K-Mega45, man. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good, blessed night, man.
Hell yeah. And also Mooch is bringing back Crossfire podcast due to popular demand. I asked him, I was like, hey Mooch, you want to hop in for like 20 minutes and talk a little bit about it? He's like, no, man, I'm really beat and tired. I was like, fine. But it's like, honestly, when I sit there and promote these things, because also MNC Mornings is doing our big like new game giveaway raffle this Sunday as well, which is also Mooch's channel. I'm like, it's like we're the Beatles, Mooch, and I'm John and you're Paul. It's like I'm sitting there trying to promote Beatles stuff, and it's only me. Like, it's not as good. Like, I was like, get your ass in here and start promoting some shit too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Crossfire back this week on Mooch's channel. It's gonna be good. I think there's some special guests or something. I don't know. I'm not really.
Before I go, because I always do this, because always somebody got to cuss me out and say that I forget something. I gotta give a big shout out to Xbox 448 in the next podcast, and I gotta give a big shout out to 100 and my crew, Intro Media Gaming.
Yeah, that dude. I like the Bone and Dog Show most of all because they're drunk and it's funny as hell. Like I don't know, for some reason I just find that to be entertaining. It doesn't even have to be about gaming, but I just think it's funny.
Yeah, it's just wild as hell, man.
It is. And thank you guys all for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys next time. Be good to each other. Don't be fanboy dickheads, but you can be passionate gamers. Rack them up.